What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? We enjoying our Friday? How's everybody doing? Hey, welcome back. RJtheDJ here with you, and we got an update to MLB The Show 21 today. Fixing a lot of different just bugs and different things. But one cool thing they did open up was the Stadium Creator Vault. So now you can just search for any stadium you want. So Labatt Park is on there if you do want to check it out. There are a few saves on there. You do want to get the latest update. I just put the latest one up there. We did make some changes to Labatt Park, and it's not anything physically to structure. You'll see. It's a surprise for you guys. You'll see once we start this series. So we'll be starting that shortly. The EXPOS, when we left off, we're 21 games into the season. EXPOS are tied for Yankees in first place at 16-5. We have a 4-game series with the Yankees. This is important. This is for first place right now. A 4-game series with the Yankees. The third game is on MLB Network. This is an important series right here, even in April. This is big. And it comes to you from Labatt Park, so you know there's going to be offense. There's going to be some high-powered offense on both sides. Some nice little home runs, cheap old line drive home runs. You know it's going to happen. And then we head off to Oakland and Seattle for a quick little road trip. Looks like 6 games there, and it's back home against the Red Sox yet again. We're playing the Yankees again. We're playing the Rays. Then we got a long road trip coming up in May. But that's a long ways away. We're just finishing up in the month of April. But we got some games against the Yankees to play. We got Jeff Samardzija on the mound against Corey Kluber, who's been good so far. Samardzija was just 1-2. So don't know if he's going to hold up. We may have to make a move eventually and try to get a decent starter. I mean, not to say our starters have been excellent so far this year, but we don't have that really good guy. I mean, Cole Hamels is our ace. So we may have to down the road. We'll see. We'll see if there's any injuries or anything that we'll have to move around. But maybe that's when we'll worry about it. We'll see. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're, like I said, we're a 4-game series with the Yankees. It's a tough one, and it comes to you from Labatt Park. But let's dive into it. And I'm going to show you Labatt Park here in a second. Nothing, like I said, nothing structurally you'll see change, but something with the update that they did make a little bit interesting that you can play around with in your ballpark, and you'll see here just shortly. Just finished up on it before we came on live. So let's check things out here. So it's the Yankees and the EXPOS from Labatt Park. I'll have to see if we have to make any changes to our lineup. I don't know. We'll see. Corey Kluber on the mound for the Yankees. He's going to be a tough one. There you see Labatt Park there. Nothing you see different so far, but just hang with me. You'll like this one. So Jeff Samardzija on the mound against Corey Kluber. Our bullpen looking pretty good. I think they're all going to be good to go. We didn't have to really burn them yesterday. I think we only used Homer Bailey, so he's really the only one that didn't have to deal with it. And then we'll have Felix Hernandez, Rick Porcello, and Anibal Sanchez will be the rest of the rotation against the Yankees. They'll have Severino, Taillon, and Montgomery are going to be their 4. So we just missed Garrett Cole. Thank God. We don't have to face him again, so that's nice. And the last time Rick Porcello faced the Yankees, it was a no-hitter, so bear with us. So Jeff Samardzija on the mound. I think everybody's going to be okay to play today. We got to have Mark Canha and Ryan Braun in the lineup. They've been tearing things up, and I think I'm going to bump up Canha back to 4th in the lineup. Franmil Reyes, if you didn't see it yesterday at the end of our stream, the last game that we played, 7th inning I believe it was, had a towering shot. It was a monster upper deck shot. It was the first upper deck shot we've seen, and it was the first home run from Franmil Reyes in an Expo uniform. Really cool to see that from him. So that was awesome. So I think everybody's good to go here as far as the lineup looks. That looks good. So we are ready to play baseball at Labatt Park, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Thank you for joining us. It's EXPOS Baseball on the show, and we won't get into it first. We'll pause right after the first pitch. But here you go, Labatt Park, and you can't really see it yet, but I'll show it off for you guys here shortly. But it's a critical four-game series with the Yankees and the Montreal Expos. Thank you for joining us today. It's going to be a critical series, and hopefully we can keep our home record going. We have Jeff Samardzija on the mound, like we mentioned, 1-2 record, 4.24 ERA, 23 innings of work. He has not walked anybody yet, and that's been the key for starters. 28 strikeouts and no walks in those 23 innings of work. Had to give up 19 hits. We'll see if we can limit it here. The first batter is Gio Urshela for the Yankees, hitting .222. First pitch coming to you from Labatt Park, and we are underway. Yankees and Expos. First pitch in there for a strike, and we're going to pause right here because with the update that MLB The Show provided, we now have the ability to have people in the pool. Look at this, guys. People are now in the pool. This is so freaking cool. Actual people are sitting in the pool, and the other pool out there, they're facing the other way at the tables, which is kind of weird. But they are also sitting at the deck out there. And the reason that you can do this now is those little tiny bleachers. Those 3 different bleachers that you can choose from, you can now have people on them. They're not empty. So you actually have real live people are sitting on those bleachers. And you can kind of see the bleacher kind of fading through right there, but you can't see it in the pool because it's so low to the ground. So it looks like people are actually out there swimming, even though they're in their jackets and stuff like that. That's kind of weird. A little odd. But in the summertime, maybe they'll be looking better. But we have live people in the freaking pool, and that is awesome. I don't know if you can see, there's somebody sitting at the end of the slide too. I don't know if I can show it from here. Maybe we'll have to zoom from up there. There's people ready to go down the slide up there. There are people ready to go down the slide. That's so freaking cool to me. I am so glad they did this update. So awesome. But we now have people in the pool. We did update the splash landing board, as you can see there, SL with the Roman numeral VI. So there's 6 splash landings so far, and now it's really going to be fun to watch them because now they're going to hit people apparently. Maybe somebody will try to make a catch on something in the pool. That'd be really cool. But we have people in the pools, and this is so cool. I am so happy about this. It makes it look so much more realistic. That people are actually using stuff now. So yeah, those 3 bleachers, you can now implement people into them, and that's awesome. I'm so happy about that. But let's get on to baseball. We got a long 4-game series to play with the Yankees. So here we go. From Labatt Park, the crowd is full. People are really excited about this series. And it's 0-1 to Gio Urshela. Jeff Samardzija with his second pitch of the game. Winds and fires. In there for a strike, 0-2. I thought about putting people up in the walkway, the 360 concourse up there, but it doesn't look just right just yet. Bear with me, I'll figure out some stuff. But I am so excited I got to do that real quickly while that update came out. And there's a lot of fixes in the game, so we'll see a few of them. Probably as that fly ball's out there for Ryan Braun for the first out of the inning. We'll probably see one that will fix that little blunder we had yesterday. Gio Urshela, Aaron Hicks, DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, Luke Voigt, Giancarlo Stanton, Kyle Higashioka, and Thairo Estrada are your lineup for the Yankees. So kind of the same lineup that we saw against them when we played. And Aaron Hicks stands in, 268 hitter. Maybe he'll fix that blunder with the catcher just standing. It was the visiting catcher for the Oakland A's was just, there was a wild pitch, and he just sat there while a runner was on base, and a runner came all the way around to score because there was nothing else we could do. We couldn't get out of the animation. So hopefully that's a fix, because that was a given run for us, as that's a strike in there. Swinging 0-2. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're at Labatt Park again, a critical 4-game series, battle for first place. Whoever wins this series is going to take over first place in the AL East, so that's fouled away, 0-2. But really happy about this. Really, that was pretty cool. I just noticed it because I was playing around. I built like just a little tiny ballpark. That one swung on and missed for the second out, strikeout for Samardzija. I was building a little ballpark, and I was using the wooden seats, and I just did it last night, and there was nobody sitting in it. You know, that's kind of disappointing. You know, I don't get to have fans in little tiny seats. As DJ LeMahieu, their best hitter, stands in, hitting at .315. And woke up today with the update that they put in, and just so happens I went to go. I went back to Stadium Creator because the vault is now open, and you can search through ballparks. So you can get Labatt Park. Search Labatt Park. You'll find me on there. You'll find RJtheDJ as the author, and make sure you get the latest one, because that'll have the people in there. I just posted that. As that's fouled away, 0-2. So you'll get that update in there. If you want to have Labatt Park for yourself, do your Expos team on there. Be more than glad you can download that now. As that's hit over to first base and a play for Marcana, and that'll end the first. Nothing doing for the Yankees. So the Expos coming to bat with no score. So you can download that yourself. But I noticed when I was doing the vault and I was going through Stadium Creator, I noticed there was people in the wooden stands. I'm like, whoa, what is that? So turns out those 3 metal bleachers, wooden stands, you can now put people in it, and that's really cool. So they'll be, so if you play that Field of Dreams ballpark, there'll be people in those stands now, which is really cool. Corey Kluber on the mound. He's a 2-0 record, 4.07 ERA. He's been good so far. And leading off for the Expos is going to be Jorge Bonifacio, their center fielder, hitting .254 on the year. Kluber, first pitch of his game is a ball, 1-0. Yankees and Expos tied at 16-5. Somebody will take over first place here with the win, but the series will determine who's taking first place overall. 2-0 on the fastball. But this has been fun. That was a nice little wake up today to the update. Third pitch of the game misses, 3-0. On deck is Cesar Hernandez. Good so far since he's joined the Expos. Kluber fires. He's got a cutter in there for a strike. Bonifacio was laying off all the way. So just joining us, we're in Labatt Park, just getting started, bottom of the first. Foul ball on the sinker. It's going to be a full count, 3-2. But yeah, really happy to see if there's a splash landing now. If it lands in the pool, that's going to be really cool. That's a fly ball out to left field. We'll see if that's got some distance. It does. It's a leadoff home run for Jorge Bonifacio to get them on the board. There you go. 1-0 your score. There you see the fans happy in the pool. They're standing up. They're excited about that one. We also did put people in the treehouse. I don't know if I showed that off. I don't know if you really could see it. So Bonifacio leads things off with that homer. You can see kind of a couple people there hanging out in the pool. Excited about that. So 1-0 our score already on the leadoff home run. That sends up Cesar Hernandez hitting .253. His first pitch going to be popped up there in foul territory. A play for Higashioka. And he makes the catch in foul territory himself. And we have one away. There's the lineup for the Expos. Jorge Bonifacio, as you saw, just homered. Hernandez, Reyes, Canna, Braun, Kemp, Pinder, Flowers, and Garcia. They have not scored the most runs this year. They're only 10th in the American League, which is weird. That is duly noted. But I'd like to see about home runs, especially at Labatt Park, because we're undefeated here and we're hitting home runs like crazy as Franmil Reyes takes the ball 1-0. Franmil hitting .325, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, and he had that monster shot right above the out-of-town scoreboard. That was a monster shot out there to left center. We'll see what he has in store today. He is an exciting player to watch. The 1-1. Checked his swing, but laid off. 2-1. So just getting started. It's a solo home run. The leadoff home run by Jorge Bonifacio has the Expos on the board. Foul ball there, 2-2. And we don't normally hit the sinker very well, so I'm kind of surprised that we did so well on it. Here's the 2-2. That's a fly ball to right field, hooking in foul territory, and a play for Aaron Judge out there. So the Judge makes the catch. That'll bring up Mark Canha, having a great season so far. .254, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, 10 for 28 in his last 7 games, so seeing it well. First pitch to Canha is going to lay off on the cutter, 1-0. But we're having some fun in Labatt Park. It's going to be fun all season long. That's hammered, and we'll see if it hooks foul. That was up by the treehouse. That's 3 foot outside of the foul pole. We'll have to see where that landed, and it'll give you a chance to check everybody out over there. That landed... Technically, that's not in the pool. That's on the treehouse. And there you go. You can see the fans out there now. Well, you almost could. Yeah, you can see there's fans hanging out there. Everybody's standing up by the pool just to see if they can catch a ball. So there you go. So 1-1 to Canha. Here's the pitch. Misses with the curveball, 2-1. You have to be patient with Corey Kluber, let him work his pitch count a little bit. He's at 15 pitches so far in the inning. 2 outs here in the first. That's going to be sky high to right field. And in front of the warning track, Aaron Judge will make the catch. And that'll retire the side, but not before. Jorge Bonifacio leads the game off for the Expos. A solo home run to left field, his 3rd of the year. And Montreal strikes first, 1-0. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Getting ready for the weekend. Might have a stream tomorrow, not sure just yet. We'll see. We might have a special stream tomorrow. And maybe we'll do something a little bit different just because it's Saturday. We'll see. Maybe we'll do just like a special stadium creator one, just to play around, or, we'll see. Haven't decided just yet. Maybe we'll shake things up a little bit, do a road to the show or something like that even. Aaron Judge stands in, hitting .162 on the year. He's got to get it going yet. Has not broke out just yet like he normally does. 2-1 to Judge. Judge does have 8 RBIs. I believe he has... Not sure what it is there, but I believe he has a couple home runs. 3-1 to Judge, leading off the inning. And up on deck is Gleyber Torres. We'll see if they pitch to him here. Got him with the cutter, hooked back in. Full count, 3-2. And here is the 3-2. And that's hit pretty well out to left field. It should stay in the ballpark. Ron has to go back just a bit, and on the warning track makes the catch. It is a short park out here. I forgot to put in the Hit It Here Cafe right behind the sign there. I need to put a little cafe in over there. So maybe that's something we'll have to do on the next update. Little by little, I keep thinking of things to add to it, but it is what it is. Up stands Gleyber Torres. I believe he's the DH today, if I'm not mistaken. Hitting .257. First pitch from Samardzija to Torres, swung on and missed, 0-1. So top of the second inning from Labatt Park, Montreal, Canada. Beautiful day today. People are enjoying the pool, as they should. That's going to be a ground ball out there. That's going to get past Canna, and Framber Reyes going to have to run a little bit, so Torres is going to get on second, standing up. That was a slow roller that just got past Canna, but Framber Reyes was positioned in right center, so he had to run quite a bit to get to it. So with that, Gleyber Torres is on second with a one-out double, and that brings up Luke Voigt, the power man of the Yankee organization. And he takes a strike, 0-1. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, and a .277 average for Luke Voigt. He was the AL home run champion last season in the shortened year. Had they played a full year, he would have been projected to hit somewhere over 60 home runs, which is amazing. 1-2, missed on the slider. Runner on second is Torres, 1 out here in the second. 1-0 Expos, your score. Fouled away, 1-2 still, excuse me.
Leads off second with 1 gone in the inning.
That shatters his bat, and Samardzija's going to have to run it down to make a play. He fires over to first to get him, but the runner will advance. That's Torres over to third base with 2 away. Nice play by Samardzija to miss the shrapnel and recover and fire over. The bat shattered and went towards first base, but not far enough. The ball went a little bit further than the bat did. And Samardzija able to make the play, no problem. Up steps Giancarlo Stanton, hitting out of the 7 spot. Looking to spark some offense here. He's got an RBI opportunity if he can get a base hit. He's going to pop it up on the first pitch. Right on top of the first base bag is Marcana. Makes the catch, and nothing doing for the Yankees despite the 1-out base runner. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Expos. And it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Montreal. It'll be Ryan Braun leading things off, hitting .275, having a good year so far. 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Corey Kluber back to work after giving up the home run in the first. First pitch, a fastball down low, 1-0. But this is going to be a lot of fun with the pool now open. Everybody's hanging out, ready to go. That's a foul ball down there by that pool in the bullpen, but nothing doing. We did download a couple ballparks. Did see an Ebbets Field that looked really good, and that swung on and missed on that bad check swing. We did download Salem Field, so if we play the Blue Jays, we can play at Salem Field if we want to instead of the Rogers Center. So that's popped up to right field. Easy play for Aaron Judge out there to make the catch, and he does. And that's 1 away. So we have an opportunity we can do that. Here's the Yankees defensively. Stanton, Hicks, and Judge. Urshela, Estrada, LeMahieu, and Voigt. Higashioka catching for Corey Kluber. Up steps Matt Kemp, hitting an even 300 on the year. Takes a first pitch sinker for a strike. But there's a lot we can do now. We can download any stadium we want. Now that we have that available, that was the biggest part of the update. 0-2 the count. So we'll see some really cool stuff this year. Called strike 3 on the changeup. Just caught the outside black, and that'll be the first strikeout for Kluber, second out of the inning. And that brings up Chad Pinder, hitting .246. He had a home run yesterday in that offensive outburst. That was a walk-off home run. Swung on and missed there, 0-2. That was in game 2 of the series. 0-2. Fouled away, remain 0-2. 1-0 from Labatt Park. checked his swing, but he did go. And it'll be a 2-3 put out to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Expos, down 1-2-3. And we'll go to the top of the third, 1-0. I just noticed I have that blank spot up there on the scoreboard, and I'm going to have to put something up there eventually. I'll have to put like an Expos logo or something if I can. Figure out something. Up steps Kyle Higashioka. It's 8-9-1 for the Yankees, hitting .279 on the year. Marja back to work. 25th pitch of the game is missed for a ball, 1-0 on the splitter. So a full crowd out here at Labatt Park. They're enjoying. There's a foul ball, just missed the pool. You can see the fans out there enjoying. Finally some decent weather to enjoy the pool today. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-2. It's been cold recently, so they didn't want to take part in the pool. Fouled away, 1-2. So some Canadians are really enjoying it. They'd probably be out there even if it was freezing. That swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Samardzija, first out of the third. Up steps the shortstop Thairo Estrada. And he's hitting .173, so he needs to get it going as well at the bottom of the order. Misses for a ball, 1-0.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
One out, nobody on.
Here's the 1-0, and just misses with the fastball, 2-0. According to Blue. Foul away, 2-1. Here is the 2-1, and that's fouled away by the Expo bullpen down there. And 2-2. So Marja to Estrada, and fouled away. We saw the Yankees at Yankee Stadium for a 3-game series. Expos took 2 games of those 3. One of them was a no-hitter by Rick Porcello, who we'll see later on in the series. Swung on and miss here. Third strikeout for Samardzija, second out of the third. Up stands Gio Urshela back to the top of the order. He flew out back in the first. So far, kept them quiet, despite 1 hit for the Yankees. Expos got their run on the leadoff home run by Bonifacio. Play by Garcia over there, second to end the inning. So down go the Yankees, 1-2-3, and we'll go to the bottom of the third, leading 1-0. Tyler Flowers standing in, the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting .429 on the year. That's tops in the bigs. That's got to be at least close. Kluber fires, and that one's fouled away. Look out there at the bullpen. That's going to be hit out to the gap in right center, but Judge will run it down to make the catch. Nice play for Judge for the first out of the third, and up steps Greg Garcia at the bottom of the order, hitting .250. He has calmed down just a little bit, but he does have a good RBIs, good set of RBIs at 11. So he's a good man to have at the bottom of the order, can contribute in a lot of ways. Hits righties really well. Sinker's in there for strike 0-2. Here is the 0-2 from Kluber. That's going to be grounded in the dirt and back to Kluber. He'll fire over to first to retire the side. Oh, excuse me, for a second out. A little ahead of myself. And up steps Jorge Bonifacio, top of the order. He homered back in the first inning to lead off the game for Montreal. Takes a first pitch strike in there, 0-1. That was his 3rd home run of the year. We'll see what he can do here. Just low with the sinker, 1-1. 1-0 your score from Montreal. That's grounded over to first, and it'll be a play for Voit over there to make the play, and now the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Expos. After 3, 1-0 Expos your score. It'll be the boppers for the Yankees. Aaron Hicks leading things off, 0 for 1. Shift is on. Garcia playing up the middle. Excuse me, Pinder over. No, they have Cesar Hernandez up the middle. Excuse me, Pinder's playing over there by himself on the left side of the field, and Garcia in the outfield. Left-handed shift, basically. Swung on and missed there, 0-2. Might not even need it. Marja doing good so far. Here's his 40th pitch of the 4th inning. Fouled away. Remain 0-2. 1-0. Battle for first place in this 4-game series. This is a critical 4-game series already in April. They won't see the Yankees for quite a while after this. Swung on and missed there. Aaron Hicks goes down. That's the 4th strikeout for Samardzija. So cruising now. He's finding it. The 5th and 6th inning seems to be what gets to Samardzija. So we'll see when he starts tiring a little bit what he has left in the tank. As DJ LeMahieu stands in 0 for 1. And he takes a first pitch strike up high. 0-1. Grounded out back in the 1st inning, did LeMahieu. Samardzija turns and fires it in for the fastball, fouled away, 0-2. Not much offense to speak of yet, but there is a solo home run by Bonifacio. That's a ground ball for Garcia over there at second, and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. So quick work so far, and here up steps Aaron Judge. Flew out back in the 2nd inning. Just 1 hit apiece for both sides so far. Swung on and missed there on the fastball, 0-1. A tall drink of water is Aaron Judge. And he can get a hold of one at any given time. And it's a fly ball out to right field. Franmil Reyes is not going to have a play at that. That'll roll out of the ballpark. Out into the stands, at least. And here's the 0-2 from Samardzija to Judge, and it's fouled away. It'll remain 0-2. 2 outs in the 4th, 1-0 Montreal. Swung on and missed on the cutter. That had a dandy life to it. And great job by Samardzija. That's his 5th strikeout of the game so far. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Montreal. Then it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Expos. Cesar Hernandez leading things off. 0 for 1, popped out back in the 1st. He'll deal with Corey Kluber. Now 36 pitches coming right now. And it's in there for a strike. No, called a ball. 1-0. That was definitely all over the strike zone. So Cesar Hernandez will say thank you very much.
Here it comes.
Here's the 1-0. And that misses for a strike, so tighten him and hit the strike zone a little bit on that inside corner. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be fouled away, 2-1. That would have been a strike, I would think, but you never know. Kluber fires. That's in there for a strike, 2-2. 2-2, that's fouled away. Remain. Hernandez hasn't had much action since joining the Expos, but he's had a few hits. He's done well so far. Fouled away. He's a good presence in the lineup. He'll make you work as the 7th pitch of the game, or the at-bat comes right here. Misses, and now a full 3-2. Franmil Reyes is on deck. His old Indian teammate. And that's going to be a walk, so he does draw a walk after all that. And up steps Franmil. See if he can provide some offense here. Still 1 hit to speak of for both sides. That's a walk there. It was a solo home run by Jorge Bonifacio, the difference so far in the game. Brand Mill 0 for 1. Curveball, and he tries to get a hold of that one. That's popped way up there in right center, and a play for Aaron Judge for the first out of the inning. Hernandez will get back to first. It brings up Mark Canha, 0 for 1, flew out back in the first inning. First pitch to Canha, and that's going to be looped in the gap in right center. That's going to roll to the wall. Coming around is Hernandez. He's going to score on the RBI double by Mark Canha. Here they go. Fourth double for Mark Canha on the year. And just in the gap in right center. Wouldn't have had a play at it. And here we go. The Expos lead 2-0. Ryan Braun standing in 0 for 1. Here come the Expos. Fans in Canada just love their Yankees. Check swing, no swing, so it's 1-1. So they are happy right now. This is a critical 4-game series, and it should be a full crowd every day. Curveball, and that's going to be hit to second. Play for LeMahieu over there, but the runner will advance to third. That's Canha. So 2 outs in the inning. That brings up Matt Kemp, 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second inning. Struck out looking. We'll see if he can get a base hit here and drive in Canha. Good chance for him here. And that's going to be roped down the third base line and rolls to the pool area. Foul ball. Pitch misses there, 1-1. Matt Kemp still a potent part of this offense. Hitting just under 300. Inside with a sinker, 2-1. They're making Corey Kluber work right now. That is the 51st pitch of the 4th inning. Curveball, that one's hammered out to center field. We'll see if Hicks can run it down. He will, right in front of the warning track to make the catch, so nothing doing besides the RBI double. But Mark Canha gets him a little bit further out. It's now 2-0. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for New York. It's going to be Gleyber Torres, 1 for 1 with the double. That's the only hit so far for the Yankees. Marja back to work. The 50th pitch of the game for him. Here comes in the 5th, and that's fouled away. Expos looking good so far. We'll see if that will hold. But we know any lead is not safe at Labatt Park, as we've learned. 0-2. Marja fires. Just misses with the fastball. Tried to get him to chase. 2-0 your score. Top of the 5th from Montreal. By the way, 1-2. Fastball, that's hit out towards the pool area. We'll have to take a look here. And that may have landed in the little pool, so we need to take a look at it before we continue on. Make sure that wasn't a splash landing. It's nice to see people out there, that's for sure. So it goes towards the pool area, and it would have landed. Nope, just in front of it. It would have hit the playground. So there you go. You got all the fans hanging out in the pool, swimming around in their shirts, apparently. That nobody cares if they had to go out there or not. But there you go. Is everybody just hanging out? There's a Yankee fan hanging out in the pool, just, with all of his stuff on. But they're all having fun out there. They're having a great time. It's a short pool out there, so there's not a whole lot going on, but nice to enjoy. We've got guys up on the slide. They're just sitting up there on the slide, right on the edge there, just watching the ball game. Hey, no problem. That's all right. And then you got guys hanging out at the tree house as well. So nice to see people out. It's still a little bit cool out, but people are starting to enjoy the ballpark. They really enjoy it in the summertime, that's for sure. Marja, the 1-2 to Torres, and fouls away. Still 1-2. No outs here in the 5th. Here's the 1-2. Caught the black for a strike. Called strike 3. 6 strikeout for Jeff. He's now feeling it. He's cruising. That's going to bring up Luke Voigt 0 for 1. See if he can get something deep in this ballpark. Just about anybody can hit a home run in this ballpark, it seems. So we'll see. If they get a hold of one, it's going to be a monster shot. That's fouled away to the Expo bullpen, 0-2. Beautiful Labatt Park. We love our ballpark here. They are a perfect 10-0 in this ballpark, going for 11, and they're 4th in a row if they can win here. Fouled away, 0-2. Had a little bit of a losing streak, now turned into a winning streak. They won all 3 games against the Oakland A's. They swept them. Still 0-2, Samardzija fighting, and that's a fly ball out to right field. Framo Reyes is going to have to run a long way to get over there. He was shifted the other way. Runs it down right in front of the foul line to make the catch. He had to cover some ground out there. He's going to be a tired boy. Oh, boy. Now Carlos Stanton stands in 0 for 1. 2 outs here in the 5th. He fouls it away, 0-1. 2-0. Expos hanging on. No offense to speak of for the Yankees yet. Just 1 hit. They've had their number. They've been no hit already by Rick Porcello, and we'll see him later on in the series. Fouled away on the sinker. Just got out in front of it. Couldn't give him anything to pitch here. In the dirt, Cutter gets him to end the inning. Strikeout there. That is strikeout number 7, I believe, for Samardzija. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0. Expos out in front. It's going to be the bottom of the order for Montreal. 7, 8, and 9. Chad Pinder, 0 for 1 so far. Corey Kluber back out to work in the 5th. See if maybe they can chase him out of this ball game. That's a fly ball out to the gap in right center. Play for Aaron Judge out there. Makes the catch. 1 away in the 5th. Tyler Flowers, 0 for 1. Flew out back in the 3rd inning. Stands in. Kluber. That second pitch going to be a fair ball down the first base line. And they're going to hold him to a single. He does not run well. It took him a while to get out of the box. Looked like he stumbled a little bit, but just knocked an opposite field line drive down that first base line. Just fair. So he'll be aboard with a 1-out single. That'll bring up Greg Garcia, and he'll try to move him over. Kluber misses with the sinker, 1-0. Fans are rowdy in Montreal. They want to see their Expos beat the Yankees. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. That's going to be fair, and it rolls to the wall. Greg Garcia is going to have himself a 1-out double, and Flowers advances to 3rd. That was just pulled down that line. They're playing pepper with the first base line right now. That rolled to the brick wall. Judge had to run over to it, and now it's 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and the top of the order, Jorge Bonifacio, 1 for 2 with that solo home run. Got a good opportunity here. Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Get the Expos out a little bit further now. Good chance to at least drive in a run. 1-1. Yankees getting their bullpen going. This may spell the end for Kluber if these runs come in. Sinker's in there, 1-2. Nice placement there on the bottom inside corner. Popped up for the catcher in foul territory. He makes the catch, and now there's 2 away with the runners still aboard. So now they may be able to get out of it. Cesar Hernandez stands in, the switch hitter, hitting from the left-handed side. See what he can do here. First pitch, cutter misses, 1-0. Hernandez hitting .375 with runners in scoring position. So he's no slouch to it himself. Fouled away, 1-1. 2-0 your score. Bottom of the 5th, Expos lead. They are threatening right now. That's going to be a ground ball to first base. Voit will take it himself. It's going to be a run to the bag, and he'll beat out Hernandez for the 3rd out. So nothing doing for the Expos despite the 2 base runners. And after 5, 2-0 your score. 8-9-1 for New York. It's going to be Kyle Higashioka, the catcher, taking over catching duties, the starting catching job over Gary Sanchez. Sanchez, a potent power hitter, but not as defensively as Kyle Higashioka is at catching. So Sanchez taking a back seat right now to Higashioka, who's come out blazing, especially last season. Samardzija back to work. His 69th pitch is a 1-1 splitter. Pitch count is good so far. He probably won't get through the whole game. This has been the troublesome spot for Samardzija. That's hit out to left field, and that's going to bounce off the brick wall right by the foul pole. So it's going to hold him to a single as Braun gets it off the wall and fires it back in. So Higashioka has the 2nd hit of the game for the Yankees. It's a leadoff single. And as we mentioned, this is the troublesome spot for Samardzija, 6th and 7th inning. Upsets the bottom of the order, Thairo Estrada, 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 3rd. We'll see how Samardzija can hold up here in the 6th inning with a 2-0 lead. Fastball's in there, 0-2. Maybe a chance for a double play. Swung on and miss. He'll take the strikeout. That'll work. That's 8 strikeouts now for Samardzija. Feeling it today. And upsets Gio Urshela, flew out and grounded out. I'm going to get these runners off the bag before their boppers start coming up to the plate. Cutter, and that's fouled away quickly, 0-2. Strikeouts work as well. Miss with the cutter, 1-2. That's going to be popped up in the infield. And a play for Hernandez there in front of the second base bag. Makes the catch on the grass for the 2nd out. So that's what you're looking for. Aaron Hicks stands in 0 for 2 with his 2 strikeouts. See what Samardzija does here. Misses, 1-0. The 1-0 fouled away, 1-1. Checked his swing. He went, says the 3rd base umpire. So it's 1-2, and we'll see if he can get out of it here in the 6th. Samardzija fires the 1-2. Fouled away. It'll remain. Just misses with a fastball on the inside corner. 2-2. And that's going to be fouled away as well. Just missed with the fastball. You have DJ LeMahieu on deck. It's a full count, so the runner will be off on the throw. Runner goes. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed. 3rd strikeout by Aaron Hicks, and the 9th strikeout by Samardzija ends the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Nothing doing for the Yankees. It's 2-0 Expos. it's about time to take a look at the bullpen for the Expos, and they'll probably have a right-hander come up. Yep, be a right-hander that will pitch the inning. It's going to be David Robertson will come in and throw. Franmil Reyes is going to lead things off against Corey Kluber, back out there again for the 6th. His pitch count is at 63, so it's okay so far. He can keep going, but we'll see if he can limit the damage. Franmil 0 for 2. In there with a cutter, 1-1. Franmil, the talk of baseball right now is that monster upper deck shot yesterday. We can't get enough of that one. That one's hammered to left field. Here we go. That is gone in left field. That's a first deck shot, but nonetheless, home run. Franmil Reyes back to back. Well, 2 days in a row. Oh baby, Franmil's getting hot. And the Expos extend their lead 3-0. He is feeling it right now. You can definitely tell. Pimps the home run, bat flip and all. That out to the last, almost to the back of the first row, or the last row of the first deck, I should say. Up steps Mark Canha, 1 for 2. So Franmil homers again on back-to-back days. And now we'll see about Kluber giving up 3 runs, 2 home runs today. 2-0 to Canha. They're going to pitch around him. He's been hot as well. The Expos trying to take over first place right now, 3-0. And on deck is Ryan Braun, so you still have trouble to mess with right now. Everybody in the lineup is hitting. Here's the 3-0 to Canha. He's going to lay off. It's going to be a sinker in there for a strike, 3-1. 71st pitch from Kluber. Here's the 3-1. That's going to be hit up the middle. That's actually going to be a play by Kluber. He ran it down, and he fires over to first. Nice play by Kluber for the first out of the 6th. Up steps Ryan Braun, 0 for 2, flew out and grounded out so far. Inside with a fastball, 1-0 to Ryan Braun. 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 3-0 your score. Foul away there. Expos getting a little bit further with the Franmil Reyes solo home run. Hey, Evil Dragons. Hey, sorry I missed you there, as that's fouled away. How's it going today? The Bills like Mac Jones over Justin Fields. Bill Belichick, not the Bills. Yeah, that was interesting. I found that very interesting. I like Justin Fields, but Mac Jones, I didn't really watch a whole lot of with Alabama. So I mean, he did well. I mean, he was a champion. So can't complain there. He knows how to win. But surprised the Garoppolo trade didn't get pulled off. I guess they wanted too much for Garoppolo to go over in a trade. So Bill Belichick probably said no to that. So he'll make it work with Mac Jones. Yeah, that's a good pick. But appreciate you hanging out again. As Braun flies one out to center field. It'll be a play for Hicks out there. 2 outs in the inning. I'm a little sad that my Bengals drafted Chase to join Joe Burrow as a wide receiver for him, as they're a good connection, but we really needed offensive line, and I hope they at least go for it in the 2nd round. So I was a little upset about that. I like Chase, don't get me wrong, but really needed somebody like Sewell on that offensive line. So this is what it is. We love wide receivers for some reason, and they always seem to go down. So well, hopefully maybe that connection will work. I don't know. We'll see. But Yeah, glad you're happy with the deal. We'll see, if he's the starting quarterback or not. I'm assuming Cam will at least, get a few, maybe the first couple games. There's the 3-2 to Matt Kemp, and that one's going to be in the gap in left center, and that'll roll to the brick wall. Kemp rounding first. He's going to be on second with a sliding double. So 2 outs here in the 6th, 2-out double by Matt Kemp. Mac Jones, 3 first name, yeah. Last name, 5 things, same as Tom Brady, yeah, and Cam Newton. Cam's going to start all year? I don't know. It depends on how they get off to the start. As the manager for the Yankees, Aaron Boone, comes out to come get his pitcher, Corey Kluber. So he'll end the night for him. I don't know. We'll see. If the Pats get out to a bad start, we'll see. Jonathan Loizaga, who we've seen previously, comes in to pitch. 11 games for him so far, 12 innings, 3.75 ERA. 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But who knows? Chad Pinder stands in with the runner on second, 0 for 2. 2 outs here in the 6th. Takes a first pitch ball, 1-0. Yeah, surprised we didn't see any real big trades. Like they were talking about. That one's popped up to right field, and that's a play for LeMahieu on the grass and makes the catch to end the inning. So Franmil Reyes gets him out a little bit further with his solo home run, and he knew it. And the Expos on top, 3-0. Mac Jones showed off on training camp and preseason, yeah. And why not? Like I said, he's a champion. He knows how to hold himself. He knows how to play in front of big crowds. So he'll do well. He'll do well. I'm a bigger fanboy of Justin Fields just because of Ohio State. But he's going to do some stuff for the Bears. And poor Andy Dalton, he thought he was going to be the starter. That's why he joined the Bears. And sure enough, they screwed him over yet again. So that's kind of funny. I found that kind of hilarious. So Andy Dalton going to be, I don't know, backing up, I'm assuming, for Justin Fields. We'll see. So the Expos will go to the bullpen themselves, and they're going to call upon David Robertson to come in. Robertson been perfect so far through his 7 innings of work, 13 strikeouts. You see there, 1 walk. Has not given up a hit against a righty. Up steps DJ LeMahieu, 0 for 2. 7th inning already. All Expos here, 3-0. In there with a strike, 0-2. Misses 1-2. That's going to be hit out to right field. Franmil's not going to be able to run that one down. He'll cut it off, and it'll hold LeMahieu to a single. So that's the first hit by a righty off of Robertson this season. Almost jinxed it mentioning it, of course. So a leadoff single, and here come the Yankees. Aaron Judge stands in 0 for 2. Swung on and missed there, 0-1. Aaron Judge may have pulled something in the old groin region. Fortunately, he's able to walk under his own power, and that's a good sign. But he will need to be replaced in this game. That's interesting, so he may be out a few days. So Clint Frazier is now going to come in and play right field. So in the middle of the at-bat, Aaron Judge pulls his groin. Oh boy. So Clint Frazier stands in, and he's hitting .417. He's not a slouch at all. He inherits a runner on first. No outs here in the 7th, but he did inherit a strike, so now it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Frazier. Misses 1-2. The Yankees possibly losing their best hitter, and down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Strikeout looking there for Robertson. So 1 out in the 7th. Up steps Gleyber Torres. 1 for 2 with a double back in the 2nd. See if we can get a double play ball to end the inning. In there with a strike. 0-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 foul away. Foul away again on the cutter. Slider gets some. Oh. He was swinging a garden hose there. Why not take Justin Fields? Or why didn't they take Justin Fields? His interview is both bad and good. Oh, I didn't see anything about that. But hey, I mean, you pay these guys to play, not do interviews. So who cares about what he has to say? Just quietly do your game and, you know, don't worry about it. So Justin Fields will be all right. He might not start right away, but he'll get his opportunities. Robertson to Luke Voit. Voit 0 for 2 so far. Takes a ball 1-0. 2 outs here in the 7th. Swung on and missed there. 1-1.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get it.
That is hammered out to left field. We'll have to see where that may have landed. Not so sure about that one. If you're just joining us, we did add fans to the pool area, and that was way over everything out there, so no chance that went out anywhere. But check those fans out over there, hanging out in the pool and on the deck and in the hot tub. They're all just having fun out there right now. That is a new addition with the update for the show that we were able to add into our stadium. So really cool addition to Stadium Creator. New update today for the show if you haven't got it already. Swung on and missed there to end the inning. Voit goes down. Mac Jones going to be Tom Brady Jr. Let's not go that far just yet. I mean, Tom Brady wasn't even Tom Brady for the first couple years. Clint Frazier's going to stay in the game. He's going to play in right field for the Yankees. So don't throw that out just yet. We're going to take a quick commercial break with the 7th inning stretch. We'll be right back. Back to you live from Labatt Park in Montreal. It is the first of a 4-game series with the first place Yankees, a tie for first place with Montreal and New York. Montreal getting the upper hand so far, leading 3-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. So it's a critical 4-game series in a battle for first place. So Loizaga comes back out. He threw 2 pitches in the 6th. Leading off will be Tyler Flowers, 1 for 2. First pitch, a curveball in there, 1-0.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
2 home runs on the day for the Expos. First, the leadoff home run, as you see a pair of lefties for the Yankees going, Wilson and Britton. And you see people out in the pool enjoying the a little cool weather, but they're enjoying the pool today. So he's got them 2-0 here So 2 home runs, one by Franmil Reyes and the other by the leadoff home run by Bonifacio. That's hit out to center field. Easy play for Hicks out there. First out of the 7th. So that's your difference so far. 3-0 your score. Greg Garcia will stand in 1 for 2. Double back in the 5th inning.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it.
Loizaga, first pitch, and misses for a ball.
Maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Garcia 1 for 2. That's going to be a fly ball at the center field as well. Should be a play for Hicks. He's there and makes the 2nd out of the inning. Quickly 2 away. Going to bring up Jorge Bonifacio, as we mentioned, the solo home run back in the 1st inning to lead things off for the Expos. He's 1 for 3 on the day so far. Loizaga gets a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Bottom of the 7th, first of a critical 4-game series. Misses there, 1-1. 96 mile an hour on that fastball. He can top out at 99. And that's also going to be a fly ball out there to center. We'll see if anybody can catch up to it. They don't. It falls in the triangle of fielders. So it's going to be a base hit for Bonifacio. 2nd hit of the game for him. Homer and single. And that will bring up Cesar Hernandez, 0 for 2 on the day. Switchy hitting from the left side. That's going to be just foul down that first base line. Voigt did not catch up to that, and that would have gotten through and maybe scored a run. Good speed over there at first. Swung on and missed, 0-2 by Hernandez. Bonifacio, the runner over at first. Why Montreal? It's because we don't have a team there for Montreal, so we wanted to build a custom ballpark for them and just kind of go through a franchise of free agent players, something a little bit different. Not a rebuild, but a build itself. This is all free agent players, so we've worked around that. And hey, Baseball Star, how you doing today? Appreciate you hanging out again. Appreciate the follow a few days ago. But thank you for hanging back out again. So yeah, it's something a little bit different. We wanted to build the custom ballpark. I built the stadium, Labatt Park for Montreal. It's based on a design that they're trying to come up with if the Expos ever come back to Montreal and play out there. So something a little bit different that we're doing. We had to incorporate the stadium creator with franchise this year. We started on a Montreal franchise back in MLB 20. If some of you joined me just like a couple weeks before everything was coming out, we were hyping up for 21 to come out. So we really wanted to do a new franchise, new team, everything. They replaced the Baltimore Orioles on this franchise, so they're in the AL East instead of being a National League team like they used to be. But so far they've been doing good, so it's been fun to have. It's been fun to play in this ballpark. It's been a nice ballpark so far for them. But we're having fun. I mean, that's the biggest part of it. And tied for first place with the New York Yankees. So something a little bit different. Don't have to do a rebuild franchise. We're building up a whole new team. As Hernandez is a ball out to right field. That's going to roll to the wall. That's a double for Hernandez. Runner advanced to third. So now 2 out hitting. Gets him 2nd and 3rd. 7th double of the year for Hernandez. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, enjoying a little bit of Expo baseball. And that's our custom ballpark in Montreal. And you'll see Franmil Reyes here standing in, and in the 6th inning had another towering shot out to left field for a solo shot. They got him a little bit further out, 3-0. And they're going to intentionally walk Franmil Reyes. So they're going to load the bases here with 2 outs, and they're going to go after Mark Canha instead, who is terrorized in this ballpark. You got to be really careful with him. What are we calling, Evil Dragons? Grand slam. Mark Hanna stands in 1 for 3 on the day. Loizaga, 2 outs here in the 7th. Bases loaded. There's a fly ball out to center field. We'll see if Hicks can catch up to that. He does, and that ends the inning. So nothing doing. They made the right call there to end the inning. Left the bases loaded, but it's still a 3-0 Montreal lead after 7. So it'll be 7, 8, and 9, bottom of the order for the Yankees, although it's a big one. Giancarlo Stanton, who can get a hold of anything you put out in front there. And they're going to call upon Nick Whitgren out of the bullpen to come in and face him. So Whitgren, perfect so far in his 5 innings of work, has not given up a hit against a right-handed pitcher, or right-handed hitter, I mean, and 182 against lefties, so not bad so far. Acquired by the Cleveland Indians in those slew of trades they made to get Franmil Reyes and Cesar Hernandez. First pitch to Stanton, away 1-0. The attendance 32,382. Screaming Expos fan welcoming the Expos back to Montreal. First time in 17 years they have been out there. 1-1 the count. Top of the 8th, 3-0 Montreal leads. If you guys do want to have Labatt Park for your own, if you do have the game, you can now download it. The Stadium Vault is now open with the update today, so you can search for any ballpark that you would like, as that's hit over foul to Pinder at third. So you can search Labatt Park. There are a few Labatt Parks that I've seen that are on there, but you'll see it with my name on there, RJtheDJ. So you can download this. Make sure you download the latest one that now has fans in the pool, everything like that. As that swung on and missed for the first out of the 8th. So I just updated it today, so you'll see that on there. But search for the latest one if you want to have Labatt Park for yourself to play with your Expos team, or if you want to do an Expos team, or you just want to play in it. It's a really cool ballpark, really good home runs, good hitters ballpark if you want to use it. But it's available. You can play online with it as well in Diamond Dynasty. So do enjoy it if you want to use that ballpark. But really happy with it now that we can enjoy that. How long have you been doing this and you are playing? I've been playing the show since, well, even before it was called the show. We're talking probably back, I've been playing the show since it came out in 06, but as far as doing streaming, we just started I did a little bit last year, but it really didn't take off until about a month ago. Started doing this. Kind of to hype up for the show coming out, as Whitgren has retired 2 in the inning on the strikeout. So really, as far as streaming, just started doing this about a month ago, just before the show 21 came out, just kind of get hyped up a little bit. Really had a lot of people waiting to see that. Evil Dragons, how's my day going? It's going good so far. Having a good Friday. Nothing wrong to speak of there. There's a swing and a miss there, 0-1. So nothing to complain of so far. Really enjoying the update from the show today. Quite a few things came out that were fixed. But the biggest thing was now you can search for stadiums and download your own stadiums. Once you go in the stadium creator, you select on any stadium, and then you go inside the vault. And when you go inside the vault now you have the option to search for stuff. So you can select Labatt if you're looking for Labatt Park. You can search. I downloaded Ebbets Field, downloaded Salem Park, the ballpark the Toronto Blue Jays are playing at right now in Buffalo, since they can't be in Canada. So you know what it is. And back to Canna, and that'll end the inning. Makes me kind of old if I've been playing since 06. Yeah, don't start with me. Don't even start with me. Middle of the 8th we go. 3-0 Expos lead. Yeah, don't go there. I've talked about it before on stream. Don't even go there. That's all right. So with the bottom of the 8th, Roberto Ozuna will have 9th inning duties if the lead holds. If not, it will go to, we have to decide who we want to pitch if not. Jeremy Jeffress? I don't know. Homer Bailey would probably be But yeah, we've been playing it for quite a while. I mean, ever since it's been, you know, on PS2, I believe. As Ryan Braun leads things off 0 for 3 against Loizaga. That's going to be looped back up the middle. Hicks dives, and he made the catch. Nice diving stab at it. We had to wait and see if he pulled it. Line drive out there to center field. Hicks, feet first, dives to make the catch. Will I get a lawsuit if somebody hits it in the pool? We've actually had 6 shots in the pool already on foul balls. And we probably will get a lawsuit now that there's fans in there. Before, there was nobody sitting in there, so be careful with that. Maybe somebody make a catch out there, too. We'll never know. That would be funny. But, yeah, it's been interesting so far. Now we actually have to have fans in the pool. Really cool. Matt Kemp hits a ball out to right, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall, off that brick wall out there. He's going to fire it into second. The throw is offline. It would have got Kemp had it been on the target, but Kemp is going to get himself a 1-out double here in the 8th. And they're going to go to the bullpen of their own and call upon the lefty, Zach Britton. 2-1 record for Britton, 1.23 ERA so far. But, yeah, it'll be fun. You can see the guys, you see him there hanging out in the pool. It's going to be Chad Pinder, 0 for 3 with the runner on second. 3-0 Expos lead, bottom of the 8th, 1 out. That's going to be a deep fly ball out there. Play for Hicks. We'll see if Kemp tags up. He is not. He's going to stay put at second base. It's cool. It sounds like a bad idea. Jeez, all right. You know, whatever. Yeah, I want to see somebody make a catch out while they're in the pool. That'd be fun. Hey, they do it in Arizona. Diamondbacks, they got the pool out there. I've seen those coming in a splash landing. I mean, they do it in San Francisco. They're out on a boat. You get hit out there, that's your own fault. Hey, we'll put it on the ticket, you know. Pool people beware. 2-0 to Flowers. Fouled away, 2-1. Hey, Montreal, they all want to hang out at the pool. Just leave them be. They'd be freezing, 32 degrees, and they'd be out there right now. 2-2 to Flowers, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Runner on second is Kemp. Here's the pitch from Britton. And that's going to be rolled to third base. Play for Urshela over there. And fires over to first to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Expos. They'll call upon Roberto Ozuna to get the save. And game 1 of this 4-game series. We'll sit down Homer Bailey. Roberto Ozuna will get the 9th inning duties. Call upon him for the save. He's 6-7 of his save opportunities. A 2-1 record. A .79 ERA. 22 strikeouts in those 11 innings of work. So 2 strikeouts per inning. And that's what you want. You want him to shut the door. Leading off to the top of the order, Gio Urshela fouls it away to the Yankee bullpen. Excuse me, wrong side. 0-1. Top of the 9th. In there with a strike, 97 mile an hour. 0-2. We'll have a few more games here. We'll have some time. We'll have a few more games that we'll play in this series. The battle for first place. The winner today will take over first place in the AL East. The 0-2 misses 1-2 on the cutter. But appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll be doing a little bit more here from Labatt Park. Home run, calling it? Oh, don't do that to me. Jeez, guys. Deep fly ball out to left field. That's going to be up against the wall. That's going to roll to the wall. So almost. Screw you guys. That's a leadoff double for Gio Urshela to begin the 9th for the Yankees. You guys suck. Aaron Hicks stands in. The switch hitter will hit from the left-handed side. 0 for 3. Struck out back in the 6th. Now he's got a runner on second to deal with. And they'll try to chip away at this 3-0 lead. Fouled away. Don't think the Yankees are going to catch up. Hey, we've seen everything in this ballpark, so expect the unexpected for sure. Got him! Called strike 3 on the changeup, so 1 away in the 9th. We'll see how they want to play it here. They have DJ LeMahieu coming up, and he is probably their best hitter. They can walk him and face Clint Frazier now that Aaron Judge is out of the game, and I think they will. They're going to call for an intentional walk on DJ LeMahieu, take the bat out of his hands. Even though the tying run now comes to the plate, you have a little bit better of an opportunity against Clint Frazier. Fingers crossed. Clint Frazier 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 7th. Taking over for Aaron Judge, who left the game mid-at-bat with I believe it was a groin pull. So we might miss him for a few games, might take off the rest of the series. 0-1 to Frazier. That's a ball out by the pool area, almost. Got close to the people at the tables out there in left field. Almost a pull shot. 0-2, that's going to be foul. But Framil Reyes is not going to be able to run that one down. That's going to roll to the stands. 0-2. Don't call a home run here. Don't even. The 0-2 swung on and missed for the second out of the 9th. Osuna trying to get out of a jam. And the last batter for the Yankees is going to be Gleyber Torres. 1 for 3 on the day. 2 on. I missed that pitch there. 0-1, called a strike on the top corner. Wow. Almost gave up a home run there. In there with a strike, so 1 strike away, and the crowd will get on their feet, even in the pool. 32,000 on their feet. Here's the 0-2. That's a ground ball. That's going to get past the shortstop. And a roll to left field. That could score a run. The throw home is offline. The run scores for the Yankees. They're chipping away. 3-1 your score. Now the winning run is at the plate. Hey. And it's the bopper, Luke Voit. 0 for 3 today. They've kept him quiet. 2 outs here in the 9th. Ozuna trying to get out of a jam. First pitch misses 1-0. Oh, you guys are trying to kill me here. Second pitch, swung on and missed 1-1. No home run now. No. Slurve misses 2-1. Jeez, always making it close. Swung on and missed, so now again, down to their last strike. We've seen this a few times. We'll see. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Screw you guys. The Expos win at 3-1. They take game 1 of the 4-game series, and they take over first place in the AL East. So there you go. They hold on to win it. There we go. Not gonna let you stay tied for first. No. We'll see. If they split the series, they'll stay tied at first. But there you go. 3-1 your score. Bonifacio had the leadoff home run. Canna had himself an RBI double. And then the solo shot by Framil Reyes was the difference today. There's the Framil home run. Pimped that one out. So there you go. Game 1 in the books. 3-1 finale. Oh well. So we're moving on. I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll do a little bit more. We'll probably do 2 more games. We got a little bit of time. We can do 2 more. So the matchup, Felix Hernandez against Luis Severino. Severino's been a perfect 4-0. Felix Hernandez 1-0. He's had a couple tough luck games, but he's pitched well. Don't say pimped. Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. He what could I use for it instead? Yeah, I can't think of anything in place of it. It's just a bat flip then. It's nothing, whatever. It is what it is. We'll leave her there. All right, game 2 of the series. And we're going to get into it right now. Severino and Felix Hernandez. See how the lineup looks. There's Labatt Park. I did, like I was mentioning, I did find a few stadiums in the stadium vault, like Ebbets Field, to download. I have a few. I don't know if I've showed it off before. I did build a stadium for Portland. If Portland ever got a franchise, the Portland Diamond Project that they've been trying to come up with. Why? Why what? Why don't I have a word for pimped? I don't know. But yeah, I did build a ballpark for Portland. Not very great. I did build a Holman Stadium, Dodgertown in Florida, old spring training home of the Dodgers. Still build one there. The spring training home for the Expos is actually out in Arizona. That was a ballpark for them. LA Memorial Coliseum. That one, former home of the Dodgers. Out there. We did build an Olympic Park for the Expos, and we didn't get a chance to use it. It just doesn't look right without being a dome stadium. We just have a roof over the top, and it didn't turn out that great. Just an odd term for baseball. Yeah, I guess so. We built a Tesla Park, which nothing special. It's just a huge ballpark out there. Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh as a ballpark I used to go to as a kid. Quite often, so we kind of rebuilt something for them. I got my own ballpark as a little ballpark out in the desert. Fan of the Dodgers? Yep, absolutely. Yep. What else did we build? The Howard Terminal Ballpark. We showed this off in Diamond Dynasty against the A's, but that's the design for the A's ballpark where you have the grass and trees are up above the ballpark, and it's a full 360 walk, and it takes you down a little hill over there. And then we did see Salem Field. That's in Buffalo. That's where the Blue Jays are currently playing right now. They can't play in Canada. So that's really about it. I built a football stadium that you play baseball on, kind of similar to Oakland. But quite a few ballparks you can download. So definitely check that out online. I need to go back there. I don't know what I'm doing, apparently. So Labatt Park, there we go. That's the one we want. Partly cloudy skies. Felix Hernandez on the mound against Luis Severino. We're going to have to take Mark Canha out of the lineup. He's getting tired. And maybe Ryan Braun. So we have to make... I'm going to have to give it to righty on the mound. Maybe Joey Rickard in the outfield. And we want Rickard to play right field. Mark Canha will be replaced by Sean Rodriguez. Yeah, we'll put Sean Rodriguez out there at first base. So we're going to change the lineup up just a little bit. And it's going to go Kemp, Pinder, and then Flowers. Then it's going to go... Put Rickard at the bottom of the order. Garcia, Rodriguez, and Rickard. So that looks good. That should hold up pretty well. So here we go, game two. Expos now 17-5. Yankees 16-6 from Labatt Park. We're not under the lights. It's a day game. Custom stadiums don't have night games, and I wish that would have been something they would have updated. We do have lights ready in the ballpark. They're just not on. I don't know if that's an error. It was to say the lights aren't coming on anymore, so they have to play day games all season long. I don't know. But it is what it is. It's all right. Felix Hernandez on the mound, as we mentioned, 1-0 record, 2.49 ERA, 32 strikeouts, and 1 walk in those 25 innings. So he's been good. He's just had a couple tough luck games where he's got a no decision in his 4 starts. Leading off for the Yankees going to be Gio Urshela, a 224 hitter, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. We're away at Labatt Park. I believe it's a Tuesday game? I don't know. But good crowd on hand to see the Yankees in Canada. Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses 1-1. Didn't check to see if everybody's in the pool. I'm sure they are. Sinker drops in there. It's 50 degrees, partly cloudy skies, so Not very good pool weather, but I'm sure they're out there. There's even more people than there were before. Good Lord. That's funny. So full crowd today, enjoying it in the pool. Sweater weather apparently in the pool. They're sweatshirts, everything. Evil Dragons want to make a toxic park. By all means, go for it. You move the walls all the way in, 2-foot high walls. I did that in one of my ballparks, and I use it for road to the show sometimes in the minor leagues, just kind of up your player a little bit. Easy to hit doubles and home runs because even the smallest bounce will take it over the wall, and it's really funny. Yeah, build yourself a toxic ballpark if you would. I built it in a little neighborhood, called it like a little league field almost. The 2-1 fouled away 2-2, but fun stuff, that's for sure. Here's the 2-2 from Felix Hernandez. Winds and fires. It's going to be a ground ball over to first base for Sean Rodriguez, getting the start over at first. He runs it himself for the out. So a little bit less of a lineup for the Expos this time around. And it's Gio Urshela, Hicks, LeMahieu, Frazier, Torres, Voit, Stanton, Higashioka, and Estrada. Same lineup we saw yesterday for the Yankees. So they will try to go for the second game win today. Upsets Aaron Hicks, 253 hitter so far this year. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 from Hernandez. Hernandez trying to revive his career. He's doing well so far. Swung on a miss there, 0-2. No problems for him so far. He's just had tough luck with Expo hitters when he goes out. Fouled away to remain 0-2. Just getting started from Labatt Park in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Expos baseball on the show. That's a fly ball out to right field. No catching that will be Rickard against the brick wall, and that's way up there. Home run, Aaron Hicks, his 6th of the year, and the Yankees strike first. 1-0 our score. We'll have to see where that landed, if that was even a splash landing out in the fountains out there. That was tattooed. Let's see where that landed. Oh my goodness. Top of the almost a couple rows from the back. Good Lord. All right then, 1-0 Yankees lead, top of the first. Upsets DJ LeMahieu, a .316 hitter, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs so far. Felix back to work. Fires, fouled away, 1-1. So here come the Yankees. The hated Yankees. Fouled away, 1-2. 1-2 from Hernandez. Misses with the sinker, 2-2. So game 2 of a 4-game series to battle for first place. Hit over to second and a play for Garcia over there. Fires the first for the out. That's your home run that you asked for? Oh, okay. So you just call a home run and then just wait for it. That's fine. Yeah, it just came just an inning too late. Clint Frazier stands in, hitting .357, so Aaron Judge is going to have the day off yet again with that groin pull. Pitch in there with a fastball, 0-1. Frazier down the line, just foul, just missed. 0-2, Hernandez will try to get out of the inning. Swung on and missed the end of the inning. So despite the solo home run, he does retire the side. Aaron Hicks knew it. Pulled one to right field. Leadoff, well, wasn't a leadoff home run. First inning home run by the Yankees. 1-0 our score. And Luis Severino getting the ball for the Yankees. He's been good for them. 4-0, 2.13 ERA, 23 strikeouts in 25 innings. 25 hits, though, so a hit and a strikeout per inning on average. And leading off for the Expos is Jorge Bonifacio, a .269 hitter, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. He led off yesterday with a home run. We'll see what he has in store today. First pitch from Severino to Bonifacio. It popped up, and it should be a play for LeMay. He drops it. Did not get a hold of it. It falls in the triangle out there. And Bonifacio is aboard. Just a little pop. LeMahieu ran back out in the grass for it, just over his outreached glove and in the triangle. So leadoff hit, and that brings up Cesar Hernandez hitting .256. Somebody call a home run right now. First pitch from Severino is just missed for a ball, 1-0. I'm calling it then. Cesar Hernandez, .256 hitter so far on the year. He has 6 home runs to speak of. 6, I believe, yeah. 11 RBIs. I'll hit a home run soon. Yeah, I know. This ballpark almost calls for it at any given time. Anybody can hit a home run at any given time. The walls are very short. 400 to center, but I believe it's only 300 to the left and right field corners. Here's the 2-0, and misses 3-0. Won't pitch to him. He's got Franmil Reyes on deck, so you might want to pitch to him. Might want to try to get a double play here before Franmil comes up. Here's the 3-0. Up high, that would have been ball 4, and that's fouled away. Tough luck there. Runner on first, Bonifacio. No outs here in the first, just getting started. 3-1, that's going to be a double play opportunity. 3-6-3, they turn the double play and bite my lip. Damn it. 3-6-3 double play, and with 2 outs, up steps Franmil Reyes. Oh well. Franmil standing in, .325 hitter. Had that home run yesterday as well. Now with nobody aboard, 2 outs in the inning. Hammered out to left field. Look out at the pool. That is actually caught. I thought that was going further. Caught over there by Giancarlo Stanton to end the inning in foul territory. Makes the catch. So nothing doing for the Expos despite the leadoff base hit. After 1-0 Yankees. Just looking out for those kids out in the pool. You know, you got to be careful for them. They're just out there floating. Felix Hernandez back to work here in the second. 1 run given up so far. It's Gleyber Torres standing in, .269 hitter. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Yankees. Felix 20th pitch is fouled away, 0-2. Evil Dragons, were you calling for a home run just by anybody? Anybody hits a home run? Deep fly ball out to right center. Rickard's not going to be able to run that one down. That's going to actually bounce for a ground rule double. That actually hit the stands out there in right. So a deep fly ball out in the gap. That is not off the wall. That's actually off the stands out there for a ground rule double. It actually went over the brick wall. Luke Voigt stands in. He's got a runner on second. Nobody out here in the second. Hernandez in a little bit of a jam. Gets a first pitch strike, 0-1. So far they've kept Luke Voigt quiet, but he can hit a home run at any given time. This is going to be a good series, guys. 1-1. This is definitely a battle for first place. You're going to see quite a bit with the Yankees this year. That's going to be a ground ball. That should advance the runner. Hernandez will throw over to first for the out, but the run does advance to third. So with 1 away, they've got a chance for an RBI here, or at least a sac fly. Giancarlo Stanton stands in, .158 hitter, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. He'll look to bring that runner in from third. Hernandez will try to get him out here. That's a fly ball out the center. That should be deep enough to score the run. Bonifacio runs it down to make the catch. He's going to fire home, but it's going to be to no avail. The run will score on the sac fly by Giancarlo Stanton, and the Yankees take a 2-0 lead. Brings up Kyle Higashioka, the catcher for the Yankees, hitting .283 on the year. So 2 innings, 2 runs by the Yankees, and that's going to be hit to second, and a sharp stab by Greg Garcia, and he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side, but not before the sac fly scores a run, and the Yankees extend their lead 2-0. 4, 5, and 6 for the Expos. It's going to be Matt Kemp moved up to the 4th spot with the absence of Mark Canha and Ryan Braun today, their power hitters. So Matt Kemp will get a chance here against Luis Severino. Back out to work, only threw 7 pitches in the first inning. Gets a first pitch strike 0-1 here. 2-0 your score, bottom of the second. That's going to be back up the middle for a base hit for Kemp. So leading things off, they've got a runner of their own. Matt Kemp been doing that all year. Right back up the middle. That'll bring up Chad Pinder. Having a rough go of it of recent, but hitting .233. We'll see if he can move the runner over. That's going to be back up the middle on the other side of the pitcher. So back-to-back pitches and back-to-back hits up the middle. Gets him first and second. So here comes the hit parade. Up steps Tyler Flowers, hitting a massive .413. He's a base hit machine. That is going to be popped up for Hicks out there, and the runners need to get back to first and second. So one away. Nothing doing for Flowers here. Here's a defense for the Yankees. Stanton, Hicks, and Frazier out there in place of Aaron Judge. Urshela, Estrada, LeMahieu, Voit, and Higashioka catching for Severino. Up steps Greg Garcia, bumped up in the order a little bit. He's a good RBI machine. He's got an opportunity with 2 runners on here. That's going to be a double play possibility. 6-4-3 to retire the side. They leave the runner stranded. So nothing doing for the Expos in the second. After 2-0 your score. What happened? Nothing happened. 2 runners on and 2 runners erased. That's the name of the game. We hit a lot of double plays. So in the third, Estrada will be 9-1-2 for the Yankees. Estrada hitting .167. Felix Hernandez goes back to work. 28th pitch from him here in the third is missed for a ball, 1-1. Is what it is. Got plenty of baseball. This won't be the final score, guaranteed. Call for a strike 1-2. It'll be a lot of back and forth, you'll see. I hope. Maybe Severino's actually pretty good. Swung and a miss there on the curveball, so first out of the inning, strikeout for Hernandez, second for him. Letting him kick my butt? No. Give it time. Long game, third inning. Calm down, everybody. Curveball drops in there for Urshela. Gio Urshela 0 for 1, grounded out back in the first inning. The 0-1, that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Should be a play for Pinder. Fires over to first for the second out of the inning. Give me time, guys. Give me time. Aaron Hicks stands in, and he had that solo home run deep down the right field line. Way up there, almost a fountain shot. Haven't seen one of those yet. Field is positioned on the shift. So there's only one man on the left side of the field. That's the third baseman. That would be Pinder over there. Garcia's in the outfield. Looking for a ground ball up his way. The 1-1 here. That's fouled. 1-2. The 1-2 from Felix. Swung on and missed here, so retires him this time around. And that'll end the inning. Down go the Yankees, 1-2-3. Going to the bottom of the third, 2-0, they lead. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Expos. Sean Rodriguez will lead things off here. Hitting .343, a modest .343. Normally we'll hit left-handed pitching, but in the lineup today, takes a ball on the slider, 1-0. See what he can do at the bottom of the order. Fouled away 1-0 or 1-1, excuse me. Bottom of the third, Yankees lead 2-0 in Game 2 of this series. Expos took Game 1 with a 3-1 victory. Here's a 2-1. That's going to be over the head of LeMahieu. That's going to roll to the wall in the gap. Rodriguez is going to be on board with a leadoff stand-up double. So here we go again in the third. Here come the Expos. That'll bring up the bottom of the order, Joey Rickard, the right fielder today. He's got a runner on. We'll see if he can drive him in. That's going to be popped up to left field. No chance to move the runner there. Stan will make the catch and fire over. Runner's not moving. It's back to the top of the order, Jorge Bonifacio. He singled in the first on a bloop single. See if he can get himself a base hit here, drive the run. First pitch, inside with a ball. Severino giving up some hits, but nothing to speak of in the run category. Misses with the changeup, 2-0. 4 hits for the Expos, nothing doing so far. Fouled away, 2-1. 3 hits for the Yankees on 2 runs. That's out to left field. That's fairly deep. That's going to be a play for Stanton, and the runner cannot tag. Almost. Just in front of the warning track, made the catch there. So it'll be up to Cesar Hernandez, 2 outs, and the runner still on second. That is Sean Rodriguez out there. Hernandez 0 for 1. Severino winds and fires. That's going to be a ground ball, and that should end the inning. Fires over to first for the out, does Urshela. So nothing doing for the Expos despite the leadoff base hit. 2-0 Yankees, your score after 3. Oh well. It'll be the part of the order for the Yankees. DJ LeMahieu leading things off, 0 for 1. Felix back to work, 36 pitches through the first 3. He's good so far. First pitch fouled away. If you're just joining, it's the Aaron Hicks home run. So far, that's the difference. And a sac fly by Giancarlo Stanton. The Yankees leading it 2-0. Fly ball out there to right field. Should be a play for Hicks at the warning track. Makes the catch. We're out number 1 here in the 4th. Gonna bring up Clint Frazier, 0 for 1. Struck out back in the first inning.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty.
Hernandez back to work. That's hit out by the pool. Look out, kids. Oh, that went over their head out there. We gotta check it out. That went over everybody out there. Be careful out there. That landed close to the pool. They tried to take a stab at it. That's not a pool shot. I mean, it ends right there, but it's not a pull shot. So, not a splash landing. Yeah, the little girl just came right off the slide right there. Guys are trying to reach out for it. Man, look at the pool out there. That thing is full. Can't even walk. They're just standing all over the place out there. Must be, you know what? It must be the hot tub out there keeping everybody nice and warm. It's 50 degrees out there. So everybody just kind of hanging around at the pool over there. Oh, well. So 0-1, no splash landing. We're still stuck at 6 splash landings. Here's the 0-1. And that's going to be hit over to third. Play for Pinder over there. Fires to first. It's offline. We'll see if Sean Rodriguez can get back to it. Tried to cover the bag. The throw was offline. Tried to cover first, and he did not get back in time. So an E5 on Chad Pinder. Don't laugh. Up steps Gleyber Torres, 1 for 1. Hurried to throw a little bit. First pitch away, 1-0. So not what we were looking for there. An E5 on Pinder over at third base. Pinder normally an outfielder. When he came over from the Athletics, he was playing in right field. But trying him here in the infield. The runner goes. It's a foul ball out there. Look out, everybody. Just in front of the pole. And no lawsuit yet. Don't worry. 2-1. The runner was going on the throw. We'll see if they do it again. Pitch is in there. No. That's a strike. 2-2. All right. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed on the curveball. Nice pitch there by Felix. And that's his fourth strikeout of the game. 2 outs here in the fourth. Brings up Luke Voigt 0 for 1. Runner on first, 2 outs. Misses with the fastball 1-0. Curveball and a dandy. Gets him swinging 1-1. You hold your breath every time. Here comes a pull shot. Oh my gosh, splash landing. There it is. That's number 7. I'll have to take a look at that one. I gotta write that down because I gotta update the stadium now. We'll have to add the splash landing out there. Oh my gosh. Luke Voigt. Potent offensive hitter. Oh, look out there. Oh, just right in between the guy's legs. Oh, nope, it hit him in the leg. Oh God. Oh boy, so fans are finally out there. Hit him in the leg on the pull shot. Oh, be careful out there. He didn't even try to take a stab at it. He was just like, you know what, let it hit me. So, splash landing out there. Nobody tried to take a stab at it. Bunch of Yankee fans out there, it looks like. Yankee fans are taking advantage of the pool, so we don't care if it hit a Yankee fan. We don't care about a lawsuit. As it's 1-2. The 7th splash landing out there. Oh, that sucked. Misses 2-2. Luke Voigt hit that hard. So be careful, kids. We'll have to put a net up there. And that is hammered to left center. No chance to get that one. Home run, Luke Voigt off the camera well. They had him down 0-2 with 2 strikeouts, and Luke Voigt bombs one out there to left center. 6th home run for him. The Yankees extend their lead. No lawsuit. No lawsuit. No, that's crime. That's highway robbery right there. That's a loss. That's crime right there. Hammered to left center. At 458 feet. Luke Voigt tattoos that one. Nah, it ain't buying our stadium. Oh my gosh. So 4-0 Yankee lead here in the 4th. Hernandez going back to work, but he's not going to last long at this case. Giancarlo stands in. Sacrifice fly, scored the run back in the 2nd. Hernandez fires a curveball in there, swung on and missed. Now he's got him 0-2. See what happens here. Misses with the sinker, 1-2. Got to get the bats going now. 4-0, and swung on and missed to finally end the inning, but not before. Luke Voigt goes deep into the Montreal stands in left center. He knew it too. 4-0 Yankees, your lead. Going to the bottom of the 4th. Remember, we haven't lost at this ballpark yet. We're 11-0 at Labatt Park, so there is a comeback coming, I can guarantee you. Franmil Reyes will lead things off here, 0 for 1. It's the heart of the order for the Expos. First pitch from Severino. Fouled up high. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got a good one. That one's going to be hit right at DJ LeMahieu. Bobbles it, but he's got enough time. Fires the first for the first out of the 4th. Down goes Franmil. Up steps Matt Kemp. He had a single back in the second, 1 for 1. Severino. Check swing by Kemp. That was up high. He went, says the first base umpire. So it's 0-1. And that's going to be right up the middle, but they were positioned for it. LeMahieu will throw over to first for the second out. They played him perfectly this time around for the second out. And upsets Chad Pinder. He had a single of his own up the middle back in the second, 1 for 1. Pinder takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. See what the Expos can do. Lacking offense so far. And that's going to be right up the middle. So he'll have his second hit up the middle. And a 2-out single here for Chad Pinder. Seeing it well. Going to bring up Tyler Flowers, the catcher, 0 for 1 so far. First pitch, Slatter in there for a strike, 0-1. Pinder, the runner on first. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 4-0 Yankees lead. Swung on and missed there on the slider, 0-2. See if the Expos have some 2-out hitting in them. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be caught there by Thairo Estrada on the grass. Makes the catch to retire the side. So the Expos can't take advantage of the 2-out base hit. The Yankees still lead after 4-0. 8-9-1 for the Bronx Bombers. It's Kyle Higashioka leading things off, 0 for 1. Hernandez on his 5th inning of work. Might be his last inning. We'll see. Fouled away here. 56 pitches in. His pitch count is okay, but he's given up the long ball now. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Bullpen is good to go for the Expos should they need to get through it. They didn't use too much yesterday. Foul away, it'll remain 1-2.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate.
Here comes the 1-2. Curveball fouled away by the Expo bullpen. Misses with the curveball, 2-2. Foul away. Partly cloudy skies from Labatt Park, but good weather so far. Expos and Yankees, it's been a dandy of a series already. Ground ball over to second, play for Garcia over there. Fires to first for the first out in the inning. To the bottom of the order for the Yankees, Thairo Estrada, the shortstop, struck out back in the third. He's 0 for 1. Hernandez goes back to work, misses with the ball, 1-0. Got the strike called there, 1-1. Curveball, and he's got him swinging here, 1-2. Fastball fouled away. Felix trying to get it going here in the 5th. That's a ground ball, just foul.
But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Got him here with the changeup. Low and away. 6 strikeout for Felix. Here comes the 5th. Top of the order for the Yankees. It's Gio Urshela, 0 for 2. And we'll see Aaron Hicks on deck. He's been good so far. 2 outs in the 5th.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Curveball, Dandy got him in there.
Hey, be on the lookout right here. Usually when a pitcher drops in a curveball for a strike looking, Now he'll try and throw it in the dirt, get you to fish a little.
Appreciate you guys hanging out. We're in, I don't even remember how many games we're through now. 23 games into 162. We're getting there. That one, ground ball for Garcia there. Runs and fires to first, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the Yankees this time around. They go 1-2-3. Bottom of the fifth we go. They still take a 4-0 lead. Do these Expos have a comeback in them? It's Greg Garcia, bottom of the order. 7, 8, and 9. Because I do numbers well. 7, 8, and 9 for the Expos. He's 0 for 1. Grounded it out. Grounded out in the second. There we go. Oh my gosh. Tongue-tied already. If I do too much talking, just tell me to shut up. Severino, 33rd pitch of the game. That is hit out to right field. Will that get down? That's actually off the wall out there in right. He's going to have to hurry to get into second. Slides head first with a double. That was a line drive double out there. Almost got out. Didn't think that had a shot at it. Thought it was going to drop in front of the brick wall. That hit right off the top of the brick wall. Frazier fired it back in real quick, and if they had got him on line, they probably would have got him at second. Nonetheless, the leadoff double and another opportunity for the Expos, and Sean Rodriguez stands in 1 for 1. So here come the Expos yet again. They're going to try to chip away at this 4-0 lead. Fouled away, 0-1. And the bottom of the order come through for the Expos. Fouled away, 0-2. Runner on second is Garcia. He has decent speed. Swung on and missed here by Rodriguez. So the first casualty of the inning. First strikeout by Severino. He has not had that going. Gonna bring up Joey Rickard, 0 for 1. The right fielder. It's a fly ball out to right field. And no play. Frazier makes a catch. No runner will advance. So stranded the runner at second again. 2 outs here in the fifth. It's Jorge Bonifacio, 1 for 2. They've had their fair share of runners stranded so far in the game. Fly ball out to center field, and they're going to get out of it. Maybe. That's deep. That's at the wall, and Hicks makes the catch. Didn't think it had that much carry to it, but right at the wall, Hicks makes the catch. Nice play by Aaron Hicks there. Just reached for it. Didn't have to jump, but just extended the leather for the third out. Nothing doing for the Expos in the fifth. So to the top of the sixth, still 4-0. We didn't warm anybody up in the bullpen for the sixth inning, so I guess it's going to be Felix Hernandez back out there. We'll have Tim Collins and Jeremy Jeffress warming. So Felix Hernandez back out to work here in the sixth against Aaron Hicks, 1 for 2 with that home run. We got to warm somebody up out there. 0-1 here. We'll let him go. We'll see how long he can go. Hernandez, 75th pitch of the game, is in there for a strike, 0-2. Had a strikeout his last time up, so better work with Aaron Hicks the last time. 1-2 here. Here's the 1-2, fouled away.
The next 1-2 pitch.
1-2, swung on and missed. So a home run and 2 strikeouts is Aaron Hicks now. 7th casualty for the Yankees. And that brings up DJ LeMahieu, 0 for 2. They've kept him quiet so far. Checked his swing, but it's called strike, 0-1. A fly out and a ground out for LeMahieu so far. Hernandez, 80th pitch. Curveball in there. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Misses with the changeup, 1-2. See if he goes back to that curveball. There it is. It's a dandy. It's off of Felix. He's got to recover. He fires over to first. He gets the out, but now we need to check on Felix because that looked like that hurt. That was a comebacker to Felix, and he's holding his arm. His left arm, not his pitching arm. Well, that was a comebacker off Felix. He kind of stumbled there for a second and recovered to throw it. He's going to be okay. So he'll continue on, but we'll have to keep an eye on Felix. Clint Frazier stands in, 2 outs here in the 6th. He's 0 for 2. First pitch is away, 1-0. 2 outs, top of the 6th, 4-0, your Yankee lead. Curveball's in there, 1-1. Slider, and that's hit up the middle for a base hit. So 2 out hitting here. And that's going to bring up Gleyber Torres, 1 for 2. I'm going to leave Felix out there. 2 outs here in the 6th. We'll see what he does with Torres. In there with a strike, 0-1. Luke Voit on deck, the big bopper. Hit that home run to extend the lead. That's hit over to third and right at Chad Pinder, and that'll end the inning. So nothing doing for the Yankees. They leave the runner stranded, and bottom of the 6th, still 4-0. Now we need to decide on the bullpen, what we want to do here. Voit, Stanton, and Higashioka. We'll probably use a lefty. It'll be Jeremy Jeffress who'll come in to face him. Yeah, I think that'll work out well. So 2, 3, and 4 against Severino. It's Cesar Hernandez, 0 for 2 so far. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Expos looking for a comeback. They have not lost at Labatt Park yet, so we'll see. They've been quiet so far. Ground ball to first, play for Voit, will take it himself. 3 unassisted for the first out. Franmil Reyes standing in, 0 for 2. Severino keeping the bats quiet. Fly ball out there to right center, and Hicks will have it. Second out of the inning quickly. So Severino looking good so far. He's cruising. Couple of singles and doubles, but nothing to show for it. Matt Kemp stands in, 1 for 2. First pitch, strike, 0-1.
Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me.
Swung on and missed there, 0-2. Severino trying to retire the side. The 0-2, that's going to be up the middle, but positioned perfectly is DJ LeMahieu. Fires over to first for the third out, so Expos go down quietly yet again. 4-0 your score after 6. I am not letting them win. Jeez. Yankees are in first place for a reason. Give it time, people. Oh, I don't want Freeman, I want Collins ready to go just in case. Jeremy Jeffress in, and he's been perfect in his 7 appearances, 7 innings, no runs given up, 13 strikeouts and 1 walk. And it'll be the big bopper, Luke Voit, leading things off. He had that home run to left center. Massive 2-run shot that extended the lead. 0-1. It's hit out to right field. That's going to get down, and the shift was on for Voit, so Rickard's going to have to run over there. Voit is going to have himself a leadoff double. So Voit continuing his hot hitting. 5th double for him on the year. Hit right on into the shift. Oppo Taco. And rolled to the wall. No play there for Rickard. Up steps Giancarlo Stanton, and he's got a chance to drive in another run. He's 0 for 1 so far. He has that sac fly and an RBI.
in there for a called strike, and he forced
Called strike 0-2. Let's see if Jeffress can get out of the jam. Swung on and missed. Gonna be tied again? We'll see. We'll see. Swung on and missed. Gets Stanton on strikes. So one away in the inning. It's Kyle Higashioka, the catcher. 0 for 2 so far. Pitch from Jeffress misses 1-0.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Foul away, 1-1. Kyle Higashioka has a 9-game hitting streak, but it's in danger here.
In the arsenal, he can really be very deceptive when that pitch is
2-1 on the curveball.
imagine as a hitter, it's always in the back of your mind.
2-1, that's down the left field line, but foul. So 2-2. Just missed with the sinker, down low, says the umpire. 3-2 full count. The bottom of the order, Estrada on deck. It's going to be a ground ball over to first, play for Rodriguez, but the runner will advance to third. That's Voit over there. Not great speed, but he can score on a base hit here if Estrada can come through. He's 0 for 2. That's going to be hit out to right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. The Yankees will extend their lead. RBI single for Thairo Estrada, and the Yankees up now 5-0. Jinxed it. Giaroshello 0 for 3 will try to extend the inning. Top of the 7th, 5-0 Yankees.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
And that's going to be up the middle, so that'll end the inning. Play by Garcia to first, that'll do it. So it's time to stretch, but not before the Yankees extend their lead 5-0. We'll take a quick ad break. We'll be right back. You won't miss any of the action.
Number 7, the Yankees lead this one 5-0. Digging in will be
Leading up for Montreal, the third baseman,
Back to you live from Labatt Park in Montreal. The Yankees have themselves a 5-0 lead on the Expos. The Expos have not lost yet in Labatt Park, but they are in danger right now. Going into the bottom of the 7th, it's going to be 6, 7, and 8. Pinder, Flowers, and Garcia in the inning against Luis Severino, who's cruising right now, back out to work. He's only thrown 44 pitches in this game so far through 6 innings. So Pinder 2 for 2. He singled both times. He stood up. And here's the first pitch to him. He's fouled away 0-1. So Pinder will need to spark a rally yet again. They have left runners stranded on second more often than not. That's going to be hit right to short and a play for Estrada. Didn't have to move much to make the catch. And there's one away in the inning. Flowers will stand in, 0 for 2. 6 hits for the Expos, but nothing to show for it. No home runs to speak of, nothing. The Yankees had a home run from Aaron Hicks and Luke Voit so far. Fly ball out to first there, and a play for the aforementioned Luke Voit. And he'll make the catch, 2 out in the inning. We're running out of outs. He'll step Greg Garcia, 1 for 2, doubled back in the 5th inning. And that's going to be a ground ball over to Estrada over there and makes the play and quickly retires the side. Nothing doing for the Expos yet again in the 7th. After 7, 5-0 Yankees your score.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Homer Bailey's going to get the call here in the 8th inning, and 5 appearances for him, 9 innings of work, a .93 ERA, so not too shabby out in relief. You're going to ask him maybe to go 2 innings. It's going to be Aaron Hicks leading things off, 2, 3, and 4 for the Yankees. Hicks 1 for 3 with that home run, but 2 strikeouts so far. Homer Bailey, first pitch to him is a curveball in there for a strike, 0-1. Yankees trying to even up the series and even up first place in the AL East. A big series already in April. Hit out to center field, played perfectly as Hernandez right there behind the second base bag makes the catch on the pop-up. So 1 away in the 8th, that brings DJ LeMahieu to the plate. He's grounded out back in the 6th, 0 for 3 so far. Thank you, Matt Vasgersian. Jinx. That's going to be hit out to third base, play for Pinder. We'll see if he has a better shot at it this time. He fires over to first for the out. So 2 away. And that brings up Clint Frazier, 1 for 3, single and a run. The Homer Bailey, 4 pitches in, so far so good. 5th one is in there for a strike, 0-1. 5-0 though, Yankees your score. Foul away. The Expos need one of their patented comebacks if they're going to try to pull this one off today. Swung on and missed to end the inning. A nice job of relief by Homer Bailey. And going to the bottom of the 8th, 5-0 your score. So it's 8, 9, and 1 for the Expos. Sean Rodriguez doing his job, a double back in the 3rd, 1 for 2. Maurice Severino going to try to go maybe complete game today. First pitch misses, 1-0. The attendance, 31,685. A lot of Yankee fans in attendance, especially in the pool today. Second pitch misses inside, 2-0, almost hit him. The Expos trying to wait patiently, 2-1 here. Waiting for their pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to second base, play for DJ LeMahieu. Fires the first, 1 away in the 8th. Up steps Joey Rickard, 0 for 2. They're actually going to go to the bench for Rickard. They're going to call upon... Oh, who can we call upon out there? Christian Colon is going to come in and try to get on base. He's a .289 hitter. Going to ask a little bit out of him. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Again, Canna and Braun have the day off, but they may be asked to pinch hit here late in the game. Swung on and missed, 1-1.
Both teams with 6 hits so far.
That's a fly ball out to right field, but just not enough. No win today, and a catch there by Clint Frazier for the second out. Turns the lineup over for Jorge Bonifacio, 1 for 3 with a single way back in the first inning to lead things off. Misses with the ball, 1-0. That's fairly deep out to left field, but nothing doing there. Stanton's got a catch on that one. That'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the Expos yet again. End of 8, 5-0 your score. We need to move Colon over, and we'll move Chad Pinder to the outfield. Colon will take over at third base. Pinder will be in right field.
All set to start the ninth in this one.
So it's 5, 6, and 7 for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres, and then we'll see Luke Voit again. And then Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch to Torres here. 0-1, 1 for 3 on the day. The Yankees trying to even this series. So far, so good. Shutting out the Expos at home, of all things. Remember, the Expos took 2 of 3 in that 3-game series at Yankee Stadium when they first faced off. So they have had the advantage so far. The 1-2, and that's looking like a pool shot out there. Careful, it hits off the brick wall right in front of the pool. Careful out there, everybody. The 1-2, foul away.
I'll tell you right now, he let go of that one, and he won.
Homer Bailey, 14th pitch for him. The 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. First out of the 9th. That's the second strikeout for Homer Bailey. And that brings up Luke Voit. 2 for 3 on the day, a double and a home run.
In now, Luke Voit. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
He also hit a guy out in the pool in left field on a foul ball. To his defense, the guy at the pool wasn't paying attention. 2-0 to Luke Voit. They're pitching around him. Swung on and missed there, 2-1.
Hey boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here?
What a season for Luke Voit so far. 3-1. Giancarlo Stanton on deck. Got him with a strike there. 3-2, full count. See what Homer Bailey goes to here. The 3-2 swung on and missed. A well-needed second strike. Strike out. Second out of the inning. That'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton with nobody aboard, 2 away. Stanton 0 for 2. The 1-1 to Stanton is in there for a strike. 1-2. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Expos when they come back in the 9th. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So Yankees 3 outs away from evening the series and first place in the AL East. We'll see what the Expos can do here. Bottom of the 9th we go. 5-0 Yankees. It's going to be 2, 3, and 4 for Montreal. It's Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 3 so far on the day. Severino going for the complete game shutout. First pitch is going to be a single out in the right field. So good speed out there at first. And let's see what happens here. It's going to be Franmil Reyes. 0 for 3 on the day. He's due so far. That's going to be up the middle for a base hit, so 2 runners on for the Expos. Getting interesting. That'll bring up Matt Kemp, 1 for 3 with a single back in the second. Infield in. There's a chance. That's a fly ball out to left field. They're going to have to wait. The catch is made out there in left by Stanton. Almost got out. Runners have to hold. They're going to go to the bench instead of Pinder. They're going to call on Mark Canha to provide some offense off the bench here. Hitting .254, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. Canha's got first and second. 1 out here in the 9th. A double play will end the game. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Do the Expos have a comeback in them? It's going to take quite a bit. That's a fly ball out to center field. That is going to be caught out there. Runner's going to tag for third, and he's in there. That's Hernandez. But now 2 outs in the inning. Tyler Flowers standing in, but they're going to call upon Ryan Braun here. Ryan Braun standing in, a .260 hitter, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. The last chance for the Expos if they want to come back here. They're pulling all the stops now. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Runner on first and third, 2 outs here in the 9th. Severino trying to get a complete game shutout. That is hammered out by the pool out there. Careful, guys. That's right in front of the pool. In front of the wall.
Wow, this guy's been on top of it today.
0-2. That's going to be a ground ball to Urshela. He's going to fire over to second and ends the game. A complete game shutout by Luis Severino gets the Yankees a 5-0 win on Game 2 of the 4-game series. It ties the series, and it ties first place in the AL East. The Expos suffer their first loss at Labatt Park. They were 11-0. Severino gets the win. Hernandez gets the tough luck loss. Aaron Hicks with a home run. Luke Voigt with a home run for the Yankees. So there we go. Game 2 is in the books. And we'll do one more today, and then we'll do the finale tomorrow. Well, tomorrow if we're on, we'll see. Maybe we'll do the finale of the series, but we'll do some other stuff tomorrow if we're on. Not sure yet. We'll see if we're going to do a special stream on Saturday or not. We'll see. But 5-0 Yankees, your score. They shut out the Expos. That's pretty hard to do at Labatt Park, that's for sure. So it is what it is. And they'll try to come back here. Hey, I got a gold ball player. All right. Pack. That's cool. We'll use that later. So the third game, it's Rick Porcello against Jameson Taillon. Rick Porcello, 4-0, 267 ERA. Last time he faced the Yankees, it was a no-hitter. Taillon, 3-1 with a .91 ERA. I may look to explore on a trade. Or Hernandez is on the 15-day disabled list. Oh, okay. I need to take a look and see if there are any... Nope, no guys I need to pick up or anything like that. I'm looking maybe to explore a trade for either Felix Hernandez or Jeff Samardzija. Hernandez has been okay. Jeff Samardzija's been okay. Thinking maybe we can pull off a trade. Maybe we'll do that after the game. I don't know. We'll see. But it's something we might explore. But there's the standings, 17-6. Expos and Yankees tied for first. The Blue Jays are 4 games out in third. So winner takes first place here. On we go to the third game. Jameson Taillon, Rick Porcello. Good matchup here. Back at Labatt Park. Clear skies. Bullpen seems to be pretty good. They'll hold up. They're ready to go. As far as hitters, we need to put Wieters in a catcher. And that'll be fine. We can leave him there. Franmil Reyes, do we need to give him the day off? I don't think so. I think everybody else is okay. I think we'll be good like that. All right, here we go. Third game of the day at Labatt Park. It's Expos Baseball on the show.
Another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the New York Yankees and the Expos.
Rick Porcello going to the mound for the Expos. Going to try to take care of the Yankees today. Last time he faced them, it was a no-hitter. He's got a 4-0 record. Perfect so far. 2.67 ERA, no walks, 25 strikeouts in 27 innings. I better win this one, yeah, you know, for sure. Look foolish. At least it's the Yankees. You know, if we're gonna lose, at least it's the Yankees. Some teams will make you look really good, and the others are just, you know, they'll kill you. So MLB Network game today, and it's Gio Urshela leading things off. I have to do everything without the names being on the screen, with MLB Network being on the screen, unfortunately. Oh well. We'll make do. Here's the pitch to Urshela, swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the game. Rick Porcello. Up steps Thairo Estrada, hitting 173, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Swung on and missed there. 50 degrees your weather. Clear skies, 7-mile-an-hour winds left to right. So may favor a lefty today. Porcello winds and fires, strike in there. 0-2, swung on and missed.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Swung on and missed. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Can't do much better than that so far. And it's DJ LeMahieu, an even 300 hitter. 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, stands in. Expos hoping for better things today. That's a ground ball over to third. Play for Pinder. They'll fire over to first to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. In the first, the Expos coming to bat. Jameson Taillon, the former Pittsburgh Pirate, is in for the Yankees. 4 starts, 3-1 record, .91 ERA, so looking good so far there. 17 strikeouts and 7 walks in those 29 innings of work. See what the Expos have in store today. It's Jorge Bonifacio leading things off, a .268 hitter so far. He's done well from the leadoff role. Here's the first pitch to him, fouled away at 96 miles an hour. Just getting started from Labatt Park in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The second pitch is down low for a ball, 1-1. Yankees and Expos duking it out in the AL East. Winner takes first place. Swung on and missed there, 1-2. Good crowd on hand today. The 1-2, that's going to be a ground ball for LeMahieu over there at second. No problem for him for the first out of the first. Lineup for the Expos: Bonifacio, Hernandez, Reyes, Canna, Braun, Kemp, Pinder, Wieters, and Garcia. Wieters gets the catching job today, and Flowers will get a day off. Cesar Hernandez, the former Indian, stands in, .256 hitter.
They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
First offering.
Curveball, that one is hammered out to right field, but just foul. 0-1. Hernandez, the everyday shortstop for Montreal. It's a fly ball out to left center. Should be a play for Hicks out there. Makes the catch. He's been busy all season long, or all series. Doing well out there in center. Franmil Reyes stands in. See what kind of power he can provide today. Checks his swing, but lays off. 1-0. No score, bottom of the first from Montreal. This is 2-0. That one is popped up, and that should end the inning. And that is Frazier out there in right field. Aaron Judge still taking time off with that pulled groin. That'll end the inning. After one, no score.
Stepping up is
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in for the Yankees. And Rick Porcello back to work. They have the shift on the left side of the infield on Stanton. Swung on and missed there. 0-2.
If he's able to dot that sinker down and away and execute that pitch all day.
And nice little job there. Third strikeout for Porcello. One away in the inning. Gleyber Torres will stand in, a .268 hitter. The everyday third baseman these days for the Yankees. Misses with the slider, 1-0. Porcello looking good. Strikes in there, 1-1. That's going to be hit up the middle for a base hit, so 1 out hitting. And Urshela is aboard for the Yankees. That will bring up Aaron Hicks, I believe. Yeah, that's Aaron Hicks. Jeez. I've got no overlays going on the screen, so I got to kind of just wing it. Aaron Hicks stands in, 1 out in the second, fouls away the first pitch. That's going to be grounded foul. See if Porcello can get out of it with the runner on. Misses with the sinker, 1-2. That's going to be grounded, just foul, just left of the bag. Cannon Tice with the changeup, 2-2. Fastball fouled away. Slider, that's going to be hit to first. They're going to throw over to second. Back to first for a double play. That's a 3-6-3 double play. And that retires the side. Nothing doing for the Yankees. Bottom of the second, no score. Nice little double play there. Brings up Mark Canha. Had the day off yesterday. Came in a pinch hit. And could not do anything in the ninth for the Expos. They were shut out 5-0. On the second game of the series. We'll see what he has in store today.
First offering on its way.
Against Tyon, that's hammered to left field. First pitch, swinging. Home run, Mark Canha. 6th of the year for Canha. Puts the Expos on the board. 1-0, they lead. Shut out yesterday. On the board today, finally. There you go. Welcome back to the lineup, Mark Canha.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter.
Left field power alley.
Gotta start with the numero uno, number 1.
He knew it.
On the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
The back of the first deck, 388. That'll bring up Ryan Braun. Tyon goes back to work. First pitch misses for a slider, 1-0. Ryan Braun hitting .257, 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Potent offense in that Expo lineup. He was off yesterday as well, and it showed. Lacking run support. Has him 2-0 here. No outs in the second. Fouled away, 2-1. 1-0 your score. Mark Canha, home run. Where was that last game? Yeah, exactly. I know. 2-2. Just goes to figure. That's typical baseball. Misses, full count, 3-2. Matt Kemp is on deck, hitting .307 so far. Swung on and missed here on the full count. That might have been ball 4. So a strikeout here for Tyon. That brings up Matt Kemp, .307 hitter, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs on the year so far. Having a good year. Nice little comeback year for Kemp.
Overshift here. Now the pitch.
That is jammed and rolls foul. Bat explodes in pieces.
Bases are empty. 1 man out.
Got a 0-1 count here. That is going to be jammed as well. That's going to be hit out to right field. Should be a play there for Frazier. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Brings up Chad Pinder, the third baseman, hitting .250. Pinder had a couple singles in the game, and then he was pinch hit for in the ninth in yesterday's game. He's got a ground ball. That's going to be run down by Tyon. Going to fire to first. Tough play, and it will get him in time to retire the side. Not before Mark Canha gets the Expos on the board today with a solo home run to left field. They lead 1-0.
We've played 2. It's now 1-0. Now at the plate, Clint Frazier. 7-8-9.
It'll be Frazier, Bruce, and Higashioka. We haven't seen Jay Bruce in this series so far. Leading off for the Expos, or for the Yankees, excuse me, against the Expos, Rick Porcello back on the mound. 0-1. And Frazier taking over right field for Aaron Judge, who we have not seen since game 1 of the series with that groin pull. Do not know how long he will be out for. They have not put any timetable on it. He has not gone on the IL yet. 1-2. That's hit over to first base. Play for Canha. He'll take it himself. 3 unassisted for the first out of the third. There you see the standings. 17-6 for both Montreal and New York. First place up for grabs as Jay Bruce stands in. The first baseman today for the Yankees, so Luke Voit, getting the much-needed day off, and thank God he's getting the day off. Homered and doubled off of the Expos yesterday. In there with a strike to Jay Bruce. The left-handed hitter takes a strike, 0-1. Have I ever thought about announcing for baseball somewhere? I actually did, kind of. When I was working for the Dodgers for spring training. I didn't announce during then, but it was the minor league team that played there the rest of the year. I did a few games on radio. I did a little bit of play-by-play, a little bit of color commentary when I was younger. And I did some public address announcing for the minor league team for the Dodgers and the minor league team for the Mets. I worked for the Mets for a little bit too, spring training and their single A team back when I was in Florida. So I did a little bit of that. I didn't do a whole lot. Basically, when I was working for those teams, I did a lot of the music and video board, so sound effects, things like that, so audio, visual kind of stuff. But I did do a little bit of it, but not gonna happen at this point. I had more fun just doing it on here. I just do it because, if the chat's quiet, just something to kind of sprucing things up a little bit, make it a little more enjoyable for everybody watching. So it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. Now, if somebody wants to call, give them the video, as that is a called strike 3 there for first out of the third. Yeah, show somebody a video, if you want. But, nah, I'm not worried about it. Porcello goes back to work in the third, 1 away, and that brings up Kyle Higashioka, the catcher, 265 hitter. Now, I jumble over my words too much to do really good announcing, unfortunately. Nah, it's not that natural. I just have fun with it. Might as well. That's going to be a comebacker to the pitcher. Porcello will take it himself for the second out. Nice job there. Oh, excuse me, that's the third. See, I'm all screwed up. I'm all, discombobulated. Too many games we play. So that actually ends the inning. Middle of the third, 1-0 your score. Expos lead. Yeah, I'm not good enough to do all that. So that's okay. You know, it is what it is. Matt Wieters, the backup catcher, is going to lead things off for the Expos, getting the start today. He'll hit from the left-handed side. He's a switch hitter. And Tyon going back to work. His 21st pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. They have the shift on. LeMahieu out in the outfield. Estrada up the middle. So they'll try to get him to pull the ball here. That's actually going to be opposite field, and that's going to be a single for Wieters. He doesn't run well, catcher's speed, so he'll be aboard. But opposite field hitting there for Wieters. Nice job for him. Gotta bring up the second baseman, Greg Garcia. Quietly having a good year. Takes the first pitch ball. 259 hitter, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Got a runner on first here. That's Wieters. Nobody out here in the third. Tyon delivers. Check swing, but he went. And that's going to be a strike 1-1. 1-0 your score. Bottom of the third. Swung on a miss on a ball in the dirt. He never had a chance at that one. So it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Misses with the curveball. 2-2. So we can avoid the double play here. Misses. 3-2. Ball goes in the dirt. Runner not moving. Gonna get back to first. So full count here. We'll see what they decide to do. Full count. Here's a 3-2. That's going to be hit out to right field. A little too hard. That's going to be caught out there by Frazier. Runner has to get back to first. So 1 away in the third. Going to bring up the top of the order. Jorge Bonifacio, 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the first. See if he can spark the offense. Fouled away here, 0-1. Misses with a fastball, 1-1. Expos baseball, we're like, I don't know, 25 games in, something like that. That is popped up in foul territory. A play for Jay Bruce out there, makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So we're getting there, we're getting through the season. Good season so far. Last year when we played this game, the Expos, I think, were in 4th place. So a much improved team. Cesar Hernandez, he's going to line one foul down the first base line. 0-1, 2 outs here in the third. Runner on first is Wieters. Tyon trying to get out of it. That's going to be looped back up the middle for a base hit. It's going to play station to station, first and second. So a little bit of 2-out hitting yet again. And that brings up the big bopper, Franmil Reyes. See what he can do here. He's 0 for 1. That is a fly ball out there, pretty deep. But a play for Aaron Hicks to make the third out, retire the side. Nothing doing for the Expos here in the third. They strand the pair of runners. After 3, 1-0, Expos, your score. And Gio Urshela and then Estrada and LeMahieu, your order. They kind of mixed up the order a little bit against Rick Porcello. First pitch from him, 31st pitch of the game, is in for a strike, 0-1. So far, so good from Rick Porcello. Only 1 hit given up. He won't have a no-hitter today, but he'll have 1 hit. That's popped up to the grass. Just shy of foul territory. Marcana makes a catch for out number 1. With 1 out, here steps Thairo Estrada. The shortstop takes a strike, 0-1. So far, so good for the Expos. 1-0 lead. Fouled away 0-2.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
There's another pitch for striking. This guy's really attacking hitters well tonight.
Fouled away again 0-2.
And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Just misses the strikeout. And Rick Porcello asking the umpire where that was. It's outside, or inside, excuse me. Says the umpire. Just misses again. Went back to it with that sinker. So it's 2-2. Slider, and it's fouled away.
This one off. No runs, just one hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
It's going to be a ground ball to third base. Play for Pinder over there. Throws to first. Got him for the second out. And brings up second baseman DJ LeMahieu. 296 hitter, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out today. Rick Porcello. Curveball, or excuse me, changeup was in there, but hammered straight up the middle for a 2-out base hit for DJ.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
So 2-out hitting, that steps Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. Stanton 0 for 1, he struck out back in the second. 2 outs here in the fourth. We'll see if they can get out of it. That's a pop fly to right field. Play for Franmil Reyes out there. He's under it, makes the catch, and retires the side. Nothing doing for the Yankees. Going to the bottom of the fourth, still 1-0 Expos. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Expos. It's Mark Canha leading things off. He had that solo home run back in the second inning. The only run so far for Montreal. Tyon back to work. 34 pitches through the first 3. And it's fouled away to start here in the fourth.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Inside with a fastball, misses. 1-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up.
Curveball, that's going to be a base hit out to left field. Bobbled out there by Stanton, no problem there though. A lead-off base hit for Canha. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Single and a home run. That's going to bring up Ryan Braun. Runner on first, nobody out. Braun's first pitch misses inside. See if the Expos can tack on here. They got their boppers in the lineup. That's going to be hit out to center field. We'll see if anybody's got a play on it. It's Estrada. He'll make the catch onto the grass for the first out. Brings up Matt Kemp. 0 for 1, fly out back in the second. That is hit deep out to left field. We'll see. It's going to be rolling to the wall. Runners had to hold up. And they've got him actually in a jam out there right now. First and second, they've got a play out there at first. Matt Kemp got caught getting back to first. He thought the runner was going to go around second. And now Pinder has a base hit into the gap. That's actually going to score a run. That's going to be a double for Pinder. RBI double. Boy, what just happened there? Matt Kemp thought the runner was going to get around second. He had to get back to first and got nabbed at first for the second out. And now Chad Pinder comes through, and the Expos are extending their lead 2-0. Jeez, what a turn of events going on right now. Brings up Matt Wieters, the catcher, hitting from the left-handed side. He's got a runner on second with 2 outs. That's Pinder out there. Fouls away, 0-1. Always a crazy game at Labatt Park. You never know what you're going to see. Inside of the fastball, 1-1.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make-or-break moment in this game. When you're playing a first-place team, you can't expect to fall way behind.
That is popped up, and that should end the inning. Play for Bruce out there, makes the catch, and that'll finally end the inning. But not before Chad Pinder tacks on another run with an RBI double. And the Expos take a 2-0 lead. It'll be Gleyber Torres leading things off. He's 1 for 1 with a single back in the second. Rick Porcello with a 2-run lead goes back to work. 42 pitches through the first 4. That's a first pitch fly ball out to center field, but the center fielder was positioned to the left on the shift, and that's going to get in there for a double. 2 hits for Urshela today, or Gleyber Torres, excuse me. 11th double of the year for him. And now the Yankees looking to start a rally here. They've got Aaron Hicks standing in. He'll try to pull the ball and get the runner over. Porcello, fastball in there, called a strike. Excuse me. 0 for 1, grounded out back in the second, did Hicks. Porcello, fouled away, 0-2. No outs, top of the 5th, 2-0 your score, Expos. Misses 1-2. Misses 2-2. Foul away. Porcello, that's a fly ball out to left field. Watch out there by the pool. 2-2, foul away again. They're making them work. That is the 8th pitch coming of this AB. Foul away again. The 9th pitch coming. 2-2. That's fouled away. Don't give him anything to swing at. Saying this game's going into extra innings. What? Oh my gosh. What's wrong with you people? No faith in the player. The 3-2. That's fouled away. No faith. 3-2 fouled away. We'll do it again. This is pitch number 12. No, 13. Jeez. Full count. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Play for Garcia. The runner will advance to third with 1 away. Here's Clint Frazier with an RBI opportunity. Runner on third. A sac fly will score a run. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses, 1-0. First bit of jam for Porcello. A little bit of trouble to get out of. Clinging to a 2-0 lead. Swung on a miss there, 1-2. The 60th pitch. That's going to be a ground ball over to first base. That's actually going to get through for a base hit. So the run will come in to score, and now it's a 2-1 lead. Clint Frazier comes through. Just got past the diving Canna. That's going to bring up Jay Bruce, the first baseman. Runner on first, 1 out. 2-1 your score. 0-1. Bruce 0 for 1, struck out back in the third. Jay Bruce in real life is actually retired. Just recently, actually. 0-2 misses, 1-2. Misses on the curveball. That's going to be a ground ball over to third. Tough play for Pinder. He's going to fire to first to get the out. So there's the second out. Runner advances to second. Might have had a chance at 2, but it was so hard hit. He had to turn and fire to get the play. So Frazier, your runner, over at second. Estrada, the hitter. I'm sorry, Higashioka, excuse me. Higashioka takes a strike, 0-1. And fouled away, 0-2. See if Porcello can get out of it with the run. Only. Swung on and missed, so that'll end the inning. Not before Clint Frazier comes through with an RBI single for the Yankees to get them on the board. It's now 2-1 going to the bottom of the fifth. Bottom of the order for the Expos will be Greg Garcia leading things off. Tyon back to work. Misses. 1-0. Two-no. 46 pitches for Tyon through 4 innings. Checks his swing. That's going to be 3-0. On deck is Jorge Bonifacio, the top of the order. Garcia. That's going to be hit, but right at Jay Bruce. Takes a stab at it for the first out. Can't get aboard. Jorge Bonifacio, top of the order. He's 0 for 2. Pop out and grounded out. One-run game right now. And that's going to be grounded over to second. Play for LeMahieu. And quickly 2 away. Going to bring up Cesar Hernandez. 1 for 2 with a single back in the third.
Shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
Popped up, but foul.
Halfway to the plate, this hitter's wondering why he even pulled the trigger on that. His hands feel like he's being stung by wasps right now.
That is going to be hit over to shortstop at second base position. And on the shift makes the play over to first to end the inning. So through 5, still a 1-run game, 2-1. Be Gio Urshela leading things off for the Yankees against Rick Porcello. Back to work here in the 6th.
Gio Urshela stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
Popped up in the infield. Should be a play there for Garcia. Right in front of the bag. Makes the catch for the first out of the 6th. And brings up the bottom of the order, Thairo Estrada. Takes a strike, 0-1. Porcello, 1 earned run through the first 5 1/3. Makes the out here at first, does Canna for the second out. Up steps DJ LeMahieu. And that's going to be a ground ball over to short. A diving Hernandez is not going to get to it. He keeps it in the infield. Fires over to first anyways, but not going to be in time. That's going to be ruled a base hit. So 2-out hitting for the Yankees. That brings up Giancarlo Stanton. And they'll get the bullpen warm just in case with 2 outs in the inning. They're going to get their setup men ready to go. And that's going to be hit over to third. Pinder has got a chance to make the play. Fires over to first, not in time. So 2 runners on. That's a base hit for Stanton. Little hard hit at Pinder. He couldn't get the stab at it on the dive. Fired over to first and did not get the play. So now 2 on for Gleyber Torres. 2 for 2 on the day. Yankees threatening here in the 6th. 2 away. Porcello fires a slider in, missed for a ball. And here we go. Foul away, 1-1. This is the Yankees' best opportunity to come back in this game. Swung on and missed, 1-2. This will probably be the last inning for Porcello. Fires in a slider, swung on and missed to end the inning. So Porcello gets out of the jam. Good job for him. He's excited. He's pumped. And the Expos keep their 2-1 lead. So you see the strikeout there. So it's Franmil Reyes, 3-4-5 for the Expos. Good opportunity to kind of extend this lead a little bit. Let's take a look here. We need to see who we want to come into the game. Probably going to call upon the righty Robertson, but we'll keep Oliver Perez ready to go just in case. So Franmil Reyes stands in, and Jameson Taillon still in this game. First pitch fastball in there, 0-1.
That first pitch strike all day long. They're going to take 0-0. He's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
Swung on and missing the curveball in the dirt. No chance to make a swing at that one. 0-2. Bottom of the sixth. Misses. 1-2. Two to 1 your score. Expos fouled away. Remain 1-2. Battle for first place right now. The 1-2 curveball gets him swinging. That'll be the first casualty of the inning.
Big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice
Brings
job
up Mark Canna,
out front.
and he's been good so far with the home run.
Mark Canna will stride in
One of 2 runs on the day today. That's going to be a ground ball there. He's 2 for 2, home run and a single. Inside, and he's not going to get a hold of that one. 0-2. Trying to swing for the fences.
So far, hitting nearly all of the spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful.
0-2 lays off. 1-2.
Below the zone, that's ball 1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now,
Fouled away.
you wanna
Remain
hit that
1-2.
outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Pretty good pitcher's duel so far. 2-1 your score. Fouled away. That was a high heat fastball. The 1-2. That's going to be hit out to right center. See if Frazier will run it down, make the catch. 1 away. Sorry, excuse me, 2 outs in the inning. I'll bring up Ryan Braun, 0 for 2. Inside, almost hits him. 1-0. Misses 2-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders. But now he finds himself in a situation where
That's going to be back up the middle. That's actually off the foot of Taillon, and he doesn't take a stab at it. So Braun is aboard. We'll have to see about Taillon here. He might be nearing his end anyhow. He's going to call off the trainer, so he's okay. They'll continue in this game. Matt Kemp will stand in. Runner on first, 2 outs. Misses with the fastball, 1-0. Kemp has a single back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Runner on first is Braun. And that's going to be grounded to 3rd. They're going to have a chance to make the play at 2nd to retire the side. So nothing doing for the Expos despite the base hit. And it's 2-1 through 6.
Digging in now for the Yankees,
Aaron Hicks stands in 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. They'll have a new pitcher when he comes in. It's going to be David Robertson. 8 innings of work, no runs given up, 16 strikeouts. Averaging 2 strikeouts per inning. Has not given up a hit to righties. Fires in a strike there, 0-1. Try to set this up for the 7 and 8 innings and send it over to Ozuna for the 9th.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2, the numbers are...
Ozuna got the save in the first game of the series. That's a ground ball. That was nobody playing over at third or at left field with the shift on. Be weary of that. Missed with the curveball, 1-2. That's popped up to left field. Nobody's going to have a play on it because they have the shift played on. And that's going to bounce out to the pool area. Maybe would have had a play if the left fielder was positioned straight up. 1-2, that's going to be fouled away. So Hicks trying to go opposite field. And if he does, he'll have himself a double at least. Fly ball out to right field, but foul. Robertson trying to get him out here. Swung on and missed. So they've shut him down today, 0 for 3. Strikeout for Robertson. Gonna bring up Clint Frazier. Takes a ball 1-0. Frazier 1 for 2, a single and an RBI. One away here in the 7th. Misses 2-0. Misses 3-0 on the cutter. Jay Bruce on deck. In there with a cutter this time, 3-1. Gets him 3-2, so he battles his way back. Does Robertson. The 3-2, full count. Got him looking with the strikeout. Nice job to come all the way back from 3-0 to get the strikeout looking. Frazier didn't even get the bat off his shoulders there. So a strikeout for Robertson there. And that brings up Jay Bruce with 2 outs.
So now to the plate, Jay Bruce.
First pitch curveball, 0-1.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Fastball, 0-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch.
The 0-2. That's hit into the shift down the left field line. Opposite field hit there. He's going to try for second. Braun's going to throw it in. They might have him. They do. Nice play by Ryan Braun to recover and fire to second to get Bruce trying to extend a single to a double. And that will retire the side. So it's time to stretch. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the middle of the 7th. 2-1 your score. Back to you live from beautiful Montreal. The Expos clinging to a 2-1 lead over the Yankees. Bottom of the 7th we go. Jonathan Loaisiga will come in relief for the Yankees for Jameson Taillon. Loaisiga, we've seen plenty of. 12 appearances, 1-2 record, 3.29 ERA. He has given up a few hits against lefties and righties so far. Chad Pinter's going to lead things off for the Expos here in the 7th. He's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. So Expos need to extend that lead just to be sure. A little bit of insurance. First pitch is going to be a fly ball out to right field and a play for Frazier out there. Makes the catch, 1 away. Brings up the catcher, Matt Wieters. Misses. 1-0. Pair of lefties, Wilson and Britton, warming up for the Yankees in the bullpen. Speaking of which, we need to look at the bullpen for ourselves and decide. We're going to go with the lefty Oliver Perez. All right. Got it. And Whitgren just in case. 1-0 in there for a fastball, 1-1, 96 mile an hour. Ground ball, that's going to be a play for Bruce. He's going to run it out himself. He'll beat out the slow runner Wieters over there at first. So 2 away in the inning. That'll bring up Greg Garcia. That's going to be hit right at Jay Bruce to end the inning. So he's been busy today. He'll make the play for the third out. After 7, still 2-1 your score. Top of the 8th we go. It's going to be Oliver Perez coming in. Acquired from the Cleveland Indians. 1-0 record, 2 2/3 so far. He's at a 3.38 ERA. He has given up a few runs. So it'll remain to be seen. That was a rookie hit? No. What? Hey, I mean, it was a nice stab out there. Don't get me wrong. Oliver Perez will deal with Kyle Higashioka. Higashioka does have a better average against lefties, so we'll see. And now I got to tie up the game. Hit over to third. Tough play for Pinder, but he'll fire over to first. A little bit high, but the first out of the inning. Relax. Everybody calm down. I didn't get in first place for nothing. 0-1 here to Urshela. The lefty Perez deals 1-1.
Hits are even at 7 apiece.
Misses 2-1. Urshela fouls it away 2-2. If they can get it to the 9th, it'll be Roberto Ozuna's to get the save. Foul away 2-2. Swung on and missed. Big first out there. Excuse me, second out. Wow, we're moving along. That brings up Estrada, the shortstop. So 2 away in the inning. Perez fires a sinker, fouled away. 1-1. Perez, 39 years old, trying to revive his career as a setup man for the Expos, and he's got him 1-2 here. Swung on and missed. So that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the Yankees. They go down 1-2-3. Great inning of work for Oliver Perez. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1. Expos still lead.
So the lineup flips over and digging in. Jorge Bonifacio.
It's Bonifacio, top of the order for the Expos. Going up against Loizaga, back out in relief for the 8th inning, excuse me. And that's going to be a first pitch. Oh, just foul. Just shy of maybe a double, leadoff double by Bonifacio. Instead, he's going to have a hit up the middle, but it'll be too slow rolled. And a play there by Estrada for the first out. Going to bring Hernandez to the plate, 1 for 3 with a single. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. The Expos would like to get a little bit of insurance if they could, but they may have to play with the 1 run against the Yankees. Misses 1-1. That's going to be roped right to short. A play for Estrada, no problem for the second out. And that brings up Franmil, quiet today, 0 for 3. He struck out last back in the 6th inning. We'll see. They'd like to tack one more on. That's going to be looped back up the middle. Might be too hard hit. That's going to be right to Aaron Hicks there to make the catch for the third out. So 1 run will have to do it. End of 8. 1-run game. Up comes Roberto Ozuna for the save. Ozuna 2 for 1, 7 of 8 save opportunities. He got game 1 of the series. They labored a little bit. We'll see if he can shut it down here and get the Expos back into first place and take game 3 of the series. He's got DJ LeMahieu here. Swung on and missed, 0-1. That's going to be hit into the gap, and that's going to be trouble. That could be a double for LeMahieu. He's rounding first, headed for second, and here come the Yankees. Lead off double, DJ LeMahieu, and they're going to try to tie this ball game up. So now you've got Giancarlo Stanton up with Gleyber Torres on deck. What do they decide to do? They're going to pitch to Stanton. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Stanton 1 for 3 at a single back in the 6th. And the Yankees come back here. Fouled away 0-2. Ozuna fires it in there, but fouled away. 96 miles an hour. Got to get him chasing here. Swung on and missed. Got Stanton for the first out of the inning. That's a big one. And now they can play around. They can decide if they want to pitch around Gleyber Torres and face Hicks, or if they want to go after him. They're going to go after him. So Gleyber Torres takes a ball 1-0. He's 2 for 3. He's got a double, single, and a run scored so far. The only run. Runner on second. 1-1.
This guy's got some of the nastiest.
Crowd on their feet. That's going to be a base hit. And we'll see. They're going to hold the runner at third. And now it's first and third. So now some decision making here as the Yankees are coming back. Do they pitch to Hicks or do they pitch to Frazier? They're going to walk Hicks. And they're going to load the bases. They're going to make the force out at home. We'll see if this plays out or not. Clint Frazier stands in 1 for 3. 1 out. They need a double play here to win it. Pitch misses 1-0. They can't walk anybody. That'll tie the game. Misses 2-0. This is going to be a potential double play. They got to hurry. 6-4-3. They get him. The double play ends the ball game. The Expos hang on and win it 2-1 and take first place in the AL East. Oh, doctor. Oh, my gosh. Just beat it out. He beat it out at first. That would have been a tie game. Rick Porcello to victory. He's 5-0. Jameson Taillon gets a loss, 3-2. The Expos hang on in a thriller against the Yankees. They take game 3 of the series and now lead it. So there you go. Expos hanging on. Jeez, made that tough. Never easy at Labatt Park. Roberto Ozuna gets his 8th save. We're going to leave her there. Can't do much more than that. That was a hell of a game. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me. That's going to be it for me. Yeah, I got lucky on that one. I was starting to worry about it a little bit. That's going to do it for me. We might be back tomorrow. Not sure about a stream. We'll see. We might do something a little bit different. If we do, might do Road to the Show or might do, I don't know. We'll think of something maybe if we do come back tomorrow. But we'll see. we'll let you guys know about that. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. We had some fun with that New York series. We got one more game against the Yankees, and then it is off to Oakland. I believe we're playing the A's again, so that'll be a good series as well in Oakland. So appreciate you guys hanging out, but have a good day today. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. We'll see ya maybe tomorrow. I don't know. If not, we'll be back on Monday. Take care, everybody. We'll see you again.